fucking Dick Dastardly.
Because snitches get stitches.
And there's no mention of the bird yet, by the way, in this scenario. It's not been mentioned, so we'll have to bring that up later.
How did the bird get brought up into it in the first place?
Because Crystal's been on stream. Chris has been on streams. Crystal Lou and the other. She's been on streams, and it's been brought up. Like there was a bird at the. We'll talk. We can talk about it on the stream afterwards. But yeah, this is new. So this is yet another thing for it. Like
yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
And there's at least, and now multiple franchises are getting together to form. Like a union. Basically, some of them are really glad. Again, I'll bring this up on the stream, but some of them are really glad for Ben's help because but Ben hasn't made it worse. He's actually exposed how fucking corrupt it was. Because there's multiple franchises that feel like they've been fucked by
I heard about the old lady.
There's multiple they've formed a union, but Ben isn't allowed to be involved because even though he's been ungagged, he's not allowed to get involved with their union, so he's not allowed to do that.
Doesn't work for him, does it, so?
Well, he's not allowed to, he wants to, but he's not allowed to get involved with them. And I saw a funny one yesterday where he was like, look, I want to do Bricks and Minifig PR. And I'll do it for free. And all they have to do is show us the document. Why have you gone quiet? He was like,
Lima, I can't hear you anymore. What happened?
I can hear.
Oh, what?
I can hear you both.
You're both muted.
No, I can hear you both.
No, I can hear. Yeah, it's on your side.
Hans, can you hear those guys? I can't hear you guys.
Are we live now?
I'm assuming because she's talking to Hans.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna hop on the tube and oh yeah, we are live. Yeah, we're live. Hello.
Oh right.
Live people. I didn't realize we were live. Yeah, we're having an Amico day. How are you? But we're also having a Pricks and Mini Dicks day. So, where's CPE?
She's having issues, so I guess she's
issues and tissues
restarting.
Yeah.
Hello.
We are live. Lord
Hello.
Maximus.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, CPE. So yeah, so can you hear? Can you hear us?
I couldn't.
What happened?
Yes.
So today we're going to do an update on the Pricks and Mini Dicks situation, like everybody has. But we're
I'm late to the party as always.
I've been following this in excess for since it came out. I was already a follower of Reckless Ben before, and like the guy doesn't put out many videos. Like he cares about quality over content, and so he doesn't produce many videos. But when he does, he produces like 3 to 4 long, 5 long video episodes of him going after people that are corrupt and bad. But it's very rare. It's not very often because he really works hard on it, and he really just cares about. He doesn't give a shit about the algorithm, and just wants to produce good shit every now and again, which is good. That's what we want. But also, so the latest thing that hasn't really been talked about yet is this bird.
I know. What's this?
We'll talk about this later. So when Crystal and Crystal and Ben, when their store was taken that night, they actually had a bird in the store, which was the store bird, and it was named Tattle, and I think it's a parakeet, and it had its wings clipped. I'm sure that was not anything to do with them, but they adopted it, and I don't know for sure, but I think they adopted it, and it was a bird with clipped wings already, and so it couldn't fly. So when the store was
Poor
taken,
Tattle.
when the store was taken over by Brendan that night, when he came into that store,
Brendan.
she couldn't fit that cage into her car, and so obviously she was waiting for them to give her the heads up to come and collect the bird, which never happened, and so nobody knows what happened to Tattle, and so Mr. Mustache Twat
They just
has.
let him go, or they killed him, probably.
They don't know, but he said, as he always does, he lies about everything. He has said that it was given to a no-kill shelter. So this has opened up a whole new thing, because obviously up until now this has been on Lego YouTube, legal YouTube,
It depends
drama
on whether
YouTube.
that guy is a psycho or not. Because if
Well,
he
he's
wasn't,
a
he might
fucking.
actually. He might be
Well,
a prick, but he might actually be all right with animals. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're
but
nice.
but the thing is, the bird had a tag on it, right? So and now this has hit not only legal YouTube, Lego YouTube, and drama YouTube, and even the fucking news internationally, mainly American. But when I say news international, no, it's hitting American news. But so it's hit the news on YouTube, therefore internationally. So it's hit multiple areas of YouTube, and now it's also hit animal YouTube because of Tattle the bird. And so a load of people are trying to track down Tattle. It's been a year, so they've approached all of the no-kill shelters in the area, and have said, like, is there any traces of this bird? And so far, there's no evidence that any bird was under this under. No bird of this description was sent to a no-kill shelter. It's possible he just let it go. Maybe he gave it to someone else, but he's not being honest about it either way. And the thing
I'm
is,
getting there.
the bird couldn't fly. So if he released it, which is illegal in that state, you can't release those kinds of birds because they're just going to get killed in the wild. So it's illegal. And so Tattle the bird is missing, unknown, and possibly dead. We don't know.
So, have you ever been out and seen? Now, this is just for people who live in the UK. Have you ever seen
You're not very inclusive.
a budgie when you? I know, but you probably all got all those things.
I'm joking.
It's not a
You've got all
budgie.
those-
It's a parakeet.
I know, but have you ever seen one when you're out and about?
So when I used
Just
to
in the
live in a
woods
different,
before.
I used to live in a certain other country, and weirdly in that country, like, there's a lot of green parrots everywhere. It's really weird. Like in the city center, like, there's just green parrots everywhere. I need to look into why are there green parrots
What do you think, Hans?
in certain city that I'm not going to say.
What do you think about? Where do
So
you think
what?
Tattle went?
So okay. So the reason that there's monk parakeets in this certain
Monk?
city, monk parakeets. So they're basically green parrots.
Is that
so in
what Tattle was?
No, he's a parakeet basically. So it's like a little, basically the same kind of parrot, but his wings were clipped, so he could not fly.
Can you grow it back after they've been clipped?
No. And Dick Dastardly was saying that that bird was flying all over the Legos and shitting everywhere, which is a lie because his wings were clipped, so he couldn't fly. Now, the city you were asking, have I ever seen them? Yes, the certain city that I'm talking about that I used to live in, there was these bloody green parakeets everywhere, and like you'd see a pigeon among the green parakeets sometimes.
Miami, Hans, Miami.
Yeah, I lived in a certain European city where there was just bloody green parakeets everywhere, like all over. They're amazing as well. Like, but yeah, I have seen them. They're not wild because they were released in the 70s. Basically, that's how. In the 70s, they were arrived as some escaped and some were released, and basically they have thrived in that city. And there's no natural predators to them. So in that city that I used to live in Europe, there's just a fuck ton of fucking green parakeets everywhere. It's wonderful, actually.
That sounds like iguanas down here.
I
Fucking
love
iguanas
seeing them.
everywhere.
Like, I love seeing those beautiful green birds with the occasional pigeon. So anyway, shall we go to Pricks and Mini Dicks and
We
The
should.
funny thing is
shall we explain? Shall we give?
the
Shall we?
it freezes and the iguanas fall out of the trees here.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
That
So
is really a thing. Ask Albo. Albo will tell you.
So
Do they
Lord
land on people's
Maximus,
heads?
Lord Maximus, you don't know the backstory, but basically, it will be explained in the video that we watch. So you will have a little.
We're gonna watch the
bit of a
video, guys.
This is part 3, and the guy that made this was silenced by the law in a court, and he wasn't allowed to talk about it until like 2 days
we covered
ago.
the first sort of two. There was two.
The
little
first
bits,
2, yeah.
and then there was like a bit that's happened in the middle. That's like the juicy bit.
It's all been like everybody's covered it. All the legal channels have been covering it.
And now we're on to the crusty bit at the end.
But honestly, Lord Maximus, this shit is fascinating. So it's a wild ride. Even Courtney Love has been posted. Even Courtney Love is in support of Reckless Ben. So
it's the fecking lizards. And
sit down, get yourself a drink, sit down and watch this shit, and we're going to respond to it.
Do your homework and eat your vitamins. Say your prayers.
Get your butt get your butt on a chair and get yourself a nice cup of whichever.
Get your butt on a chair.
Get your butt on a chair and put your slippers on.
Elastic bands away.
Provide yourself with a good beverage of choice, or more than one. You get. I think it's a 40-minute video, so it's not actually too long. Cobra beer. I have a vintage Henry Weston cider, so I'm good to go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. I've got. So this is the video. Are we just going to watch it? How long is it?
It's about 40 minutes, I believe.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
All right. So we're just going to go through this.
Yeah, we'll comment on us as it goes along, of course.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
I'm kind of knackered and a little bit on the Blaze side, Lord Maximus.
That's fine. I'm full of energy at the moment. So,
and I was like,
just
posting around to maybe doing a bit of Minecraft or something, and then Lima was like,
Hans, why are you complaining? It's content. We're gonna like this. You're complaining about content now. 40 minutes long content. Oh my! Have you got things to do? If you need to do your workout, you should have done it earlier. If you need to go to the toilet, go now. Because we're not turning back.
No turning back.
You're not my real mom. You can't tell me what to do.
I know, this is a serious business.
I'm not your real mom, no.
Serious, guys. All right.
But I'm your friendly internet lemur, and I will tell you what to do.
All right. So
in a friendly way.
Telling.
Put this on.
I'm telling.
So
you're telling your dad?
I don't know who I'm telling, but I'm telling somebody.
You're telling the teacher.
Hans, Lemur's fucking with me.
No, I'm not.
She's trying to make me do stuff.
I'm being assertive.
Good Lord.
Assertive, yes, she's being assertive.
I'm being assertive in a kind way.
And there's only one person that can be assertive here. I can't handle too much assertiveness.
Lima is hopeful, said Hans. I am hopeful. I'm hopeful and assertive.
I don't see that. Oh, Lima's hopeful.
I am hopeful.
Hopeful of a good outcome.
It's a good way of describing me. I don't see myself as a pessimist. I see the world as everything's absolutely shit, but often I'll take a pile of shit and chuck a load of glitter on it and make it my own pile of shit, and then it's my pile of shit and I put glitter on it. But let's be real, it is shit. Not a pessimist, and not an optimist, but more just be real about things. It might be shit, but you can always put glitter on shit. And a flag. Put a flag. and some hundreds and thousands, but don't eat it. Don't eat the shit. Yes, a realist indeed.
Right, yes.
And definitely a stoic. Definitely a stoic.
Definitely. Who's this? Is this Darshan? Is that dog? Is that Tanuki?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
that your new dog?
I don't know other people's names, so I would never know anybody's fake names.
Oh, it's Chudder's here.
Not yet. Not yet.
I've remembered who you are, Chudders. I've remembered one of the accounts. Listen up, hands.
It's yes, the British
Darius's
stiff
Care
upper
Bear
lip.
name.
British stiff
Yeah,
upper
well,
lip.
I think when you Dare Bear before you were even Darshan? This is an old one of
British
those
stiff
things.
upper lip. It could be also seen as
Now, I know who this
basically
guy is, but hands, listen up. Who do you think was at least one of the accounts that I happen to know was Chudders? And it was it's not dodgy conspiracy stuff. I mean, yeah, well, anyway, it was Jerker's Clown. Oh, do you remember that one? Jerker's Clown. Oh, yes. No, anyway, that came to me earlier. So, dodgy conspiracy nonsense. Listen, do you know this? Well, just before, right, this one's for you, Lord Maximus. This one's for you. Right. Fucking, what was it called? Mormon Lego. What do you call a Mormon Lego set?
Excuse me, Lord Maximus says I'm talking about this stupid Tattle thing. Tattle is not a stupid thing. How dare you?
Look,
Tattle is not. Tattle is just an innocent bird that was involved in this fucking mad situation.
What is wrong
I found
with
this website. I searched for Mormon Lego, okay, and I found this website, and it is called Lord Maximus and Hans and whoever else is here.
Nativity. It's
called Brigham Young. The Mormon website for their own version of Lego is genuinely called Brigham Young. You can go to brickhamyoung.com.
That is not a conspiracy, but it's
it's really fucking hilarious. But
you
can order temple sets. That's a genuine thing. brickhamyoung.com is a genuinely Mormon Lego website. If you want Mormon Lego,
I've missed a bit of the link in the middle, but I'm sure
We are in no way, shape, or form endorsing this website. We are just showing the fucking idiocracy and the hypocrisy of this. We are not endorsing this.
If you want your Mormon temples, though, I don't know whether they're any good, but they look okay. Go for your life.
Okay, Lemur might be endorsing it.
I'm not. I'm neither not endorsing it nor not.
It's not working.
I'm not endorsing it, but I'm not saying don't have it.
Wrong. Yeah. Bricks and minifigs.
Oh, I need to
make it big.
I did make it big, didn't I?
I know you did. You did.
I'm trying to do the thing where you put
the audio's gone.
The audio. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hands just sit down and watch it.
Sit down.
Go back to the start.
Sit down. I don't.
Sit down. Shut up and watch, Hans, and you, Lord Maximus. Both of you, sit down. Shut up and watch it, and it'll all make sense
behind
soon.
The bike said, "Stand still, laddie."
Sit down. Shut up and watch it, and
that's what I wanted. That thing.
Make it bigger and then press play.
Can't I have them?
Put subtitles on.
I'm doing it. But it's not letting me up.
Oh yeah, maybe it won't. Oh, that's weird.
It's not got them, mate.
No, just press CC then at the top.
There isn't one.
No, don't do that. Go to the click on it big.
Look there. It's not there.
Make it big a minute. Oh, it isn't, is it? Yeah, that's weird.
Can you hear it?
I'm not bigging up the bloody Mormons. I'm a bloody atheist, so shut the bloody No,
my arse.
I'm not bigging up anyone. I'm actually in a certain Southeast Asian country. I'm a Muslim on paper, but only by accident. So we won't go into that. But and I wipe my arse.
Don't tell evil. Oh no, he's in charge of the Muslim Brotherhood.
I really don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit.
Chop your hands off.
I don't care. I'm an atheist. I don't know how that happened because it was total accident. It was paperwork.
So Dawson was Dare Bear before Dawson or before Dawson before Dare Bear, but it was early, wasn't it, that one?
Allahu Akbar, indeed.
I think I remember Dare Bear before I remember the fucking Dawson account. Right, let's see if the sound works.
Try to get me.
Did it work?
I can hear it.
You can hear it.
Thrown in jail, so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part
is
I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court. So I formally requested the audio.
Okay, hear it on the
visual. I hired an animator.
No one can hear it.
They say.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
But he might. Let me hear. I can. Okay, now you can hear it.
Now you can hear it.
You're good to go.
You could hear it. Oh, I don't know then. I don't know here. Because maybe when it's in full screen you can't hear it or something.
No, look, play it and I'll bring it up on my phone to make sure I can hear it.
Okay, shall I put it on big full screen again?
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I kind of don't even know. I think
it's good.
That maybe don't make sense, and that to protect the victims. And there's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
I am the center of the universe.
At the expense of our victim. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Hey,
listen. Victim.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that. They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is
Here we go, guys.
To help a family.
Here we go.
Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating.
No.
Can we pause it for a second?
Yeah.
Just for context, when Ben's saying, pause it. And then go back a few seconds afterwards. But so just for context, the Legos weren't Ben's. A guy contacted him because his elderly dying father, who'd been collecting all these Lego sets for years, who was going to donate them to his children. The roundabout number came up to 200,000, but really it's probably more or less that. It might be slightly less, but that's irrelevant. It's still over 150,000 either way. It's still over 150,000.
Yeah, this is like standard practice for these guys.
They rounded it up to about that when you include all the little.
This is what they normally do, though. They'll do it for 150 grand. They'll do it for
but they rounded it up to 2,000 200,000, and everyone's like, oh, it wasn't 250,000. Even if it was only 100,000, that's still fucking life-changing money, isn't it? So, but
this
anyway,
is like their standard behavior. Anyway,
so what happened was that this guy was trying to get his minifigures back from the store because their consignment was coming to an end. But the store got taken over by these two guys who owned from corporate, and basically they went back to this guy and they said, we don't have your Legos, we don't owe you anything, and if you try to continue this, we're basically just going to take you to court and take this on forever. You won't be able to get them back because it's going to cost you so much money. It's not worth your time, so just fuck off. And so this guy got in contact with Reckless Ben, who's a YouTuber who basically takes on assholes and creates basically drama to highlight issues, and he didn't have any idea that when he did that, he would end up being arrested like 2 or 3 times and end up in court with this company. So basically, Ben has taken this on in order to represent the guy and his elderly father who'd done this consignment with this bricks and minifigs company. And then he released 2 videos and then he got silent. So this is the 3rd response to it. So let's just go back a few seconds and continue.
So I stepped in to help the family.
All right.
So there, by the way, Hans, there's 2 Bens. So there's Reckless Ben, Ben Schneider. Ben Schneider is the YouTuber. There is a second Ben who probably won't be mentioned, but he was the original store owner, along with a woman called Crystal or Chris, and she was the original store owner who this store was taken over, and she was the one that took on the consignment of that huge Lego, that Star Wars Lego collection. She took it on before these guys came in and took over. So let's continue from there.
Right.
Who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was.
I got a call from my boss. It was a campaign request.
Dang. Eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben, and I want to be on YouTube.
Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me.
Yeah, the police. Can you pause it again? Because we need to.
Oh, not again. Oh yeah, sorry. I thought my sound had gone.
No, so we need to keep pausing it, otherwise it'll just be like playing the video through. So, so while Ben was trying to like cause drama to highlight the situation, the fucking police got involved, and they're Mormons of that community in Utah, and so they were on the guy's side because apparently he's high up in the Mormon church. But even though he's a dick and he lies all the time, but so the police have actively been trying to find ways to arrest Ben Schneider and his team by going in there with false claims of like, oh, you've got drugs on you. And then they accuse this guy of saying, oh, look at your eyes, you look like you're on drugs, and they arrested the whole lot of them. So that's a little bit more context anyway. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, they got him on heroin or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't get him for that because of course there was nothing. And for more context, like everybody that knows Ben Schneider, how they talk about him is like, Ben has a really good heart. He's basically like a fucking Labrador. He's the most chill person in the world. He never gets stressed. He never gets angry. And he just takes everything on the fucking chin and goes with it. And he just cares about people. He's basically a human Labrador. And he just enjoys taking on bad people. And that's who Reckless Ben is. That's who he is as a person.
All right, should we go again?
Go for it.
But then they got a call saying that I was the one that stole the Legos. I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
We all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail.
I think that's when I first started watching it, was when they started saying the stuff, and I think they left it where the guy was just saying he'd stolen the Legos, and it's like that anybody even took that seriously is just ridiculous in the first place. And to me, at that beginning bit, that's at the level that those guys have been operating quite consistently and getting what they want, those police. It's like if it doesn't go out beyond that, then they get what they want. And I was just so shocked that you can just pass someone from pillar to post and fuck about and get away with it just by fucking about, just literally by, oh yeah, I'll send you someone to talk to you about it, and they never do, and just fuck about until people stop asking.
Jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
It seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
And you're where he actually is? No idea. Okay.
I was somewhere very far away. But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget, so guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Snyder, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's
Which is fine though, isn't it?
a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed.
So how did that even get looked at? The guy, for someone.
Well, the problem was just that he actually represented himself in that time. He actually represented himself in court. Bad idea, as we know. It was a bad idea, but now he's got the whole of legal YouTube backing him, so he has now got a good lawyer. Because he's being charged
himself. He's kind of like he brought the awareness.
He tried to represent himself in court that time, and he probably shouldn't have, and he knows that now. But you'll see what he was up against. Like he's been charged with misdemeanors and potentially felonies as well, but like actual more than that. So yeah, let's continue.
But like no evidence and stuff. So how does that even get to a court with no evidence and stuff?
Because
corruption.
Because there was a case, because there was a case, obviously there was a case, but they didn't look at his evidence. They just didn't look at his evidence.
Mormons, that's where the conspiracy is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ben mentions that briefly, but there's a load of Mormons that are backing Ben as well. You got to remember that there's a lot of Mormons that are on Ben's side.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like whole different groups of them and stuff, but there will be like certain arms of it that are like reinforcing each other and stuff. I'm not saying all Mormons.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just a Mormon thing. It's also a local Mormon community thing where they're from the same area.
I don't know, because they keep talking.
It's not an overall Mormon thing, because like he literally sent a Mormon guy to talk to the guy. He sent a Mormon guy and go, this guy he swore. He said, I swear to God, I'll give you the Lego. He said, I swear to God, I'll give you the Legos back. And then so that's why Ben sent an actual Mormon to the guy's house. And then that guy was going, he's not even a real Mormon, he's just some kid. But it was just however, everyone's calling that guy, what are they calling him? They're calling him, he was another band, but they're calling him something else. they're picking on him, calling him something else, because he bailed after that and he won't talk. Like, so he bailed out.
Whoops. Right. Yeah.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made
So does anything come
the
back on a
nominal
judge
the
that
evidence
doesn't look at the evidence?
So I don't. I mean, not really, because they have to go with what evidence they were given. But in this case, I literally don't. I don't think they didn't listen to the evidence that Ben gave. They just kind of they were trying to rush it through court, and they just went. And also, the problem is when, as we all know, as any of us that watch any true crime know, if you try to present yourself in court, it's really a bad idea. Like,
oh fuck yeah, because the judge instantly gets offended because you're trying to fucking do it yourself.
Yeah. So he's a really good kid and he has a good heart, and I guess, and also there's money issues as well. Like, this isn't a YouTuber with money, right? Until all of this, Ben wasn't a big YouTuber. He now has he hit 1 million subscribers by doing this, but he's not he's not a big YouTuber. Like, he doesn't make money off it. He's a relatively like poor YouTuber. He does it for the love of it. So no, he doesn't have. He's made this has given him support, and he's made money to give back to the Lego guy. Actually, he made thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, which he's going to give back to the guy who lost his Lego. And of course, the rest of it's going to go towards the court cases. But this kid did not. I call him a kid, but he's a 30-year-old guy. He's not a kid. I call him a kid. He's not. He's a 30-year-old guy. He's not moneybags. He's not fucking he's not fucking Penguins. What's his name? Like, you know,
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he's not. Well, he's not Mr. Beast, or he's not. What's his name? Penguins guy. What's his fucking name? I think you know who I mean.
Asmongold.
Well, he's not any. He's not any. Well, he's a very rich YouTuber. Even he seems to never shower. But yeah, he's not any of those people.
The king of roaches.
Right.
I know you're talking about. The one his house is trashed and shit.
I was talking about Moist Critical.
Yeah,
Moist Critical. Moist Critical's cool. I like him.
He is.
Yeah.
That's one of the most laid back motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life, dude.
He's a good dude.
Shit rolls off him like nothing, dude. They fuck with him and he just laughs about it.
He's consistent as fuck, and he seems like a really nice guy. So I like Moist Critical. But even he was talking about this. Like, Asmongold, Moist Critical, all the legal people, everybody has been talking about it. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm going to set it going, and I'm going to go over a cigarette while it runs. If you want, I'm going to put the sound on at the back door, and if you want me to pause it, I'll pause it, yeah? I'll be at the back door.
To protect Josh and Brandon for some reason, and now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening in American Fork, Utah. And I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is where Corporate Bricks and Minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning. The moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You get like $250,000 for Legos in your store?
No. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report.
They themselves said, hey, you guys stole this product.
So what's happened to that guy?
What, this guy?
The curly mustache guy.
Well, he's literally the fucking.
Is it just
He's
him?
the top man. He's the top guy.
Well, actually, there's more than him. It's him. The McNeffs are a family. There's more than.
There might be more. All right,
they're a family. Yeah, Eamon McNeff. He's Dick Dastardly, basically.
Right. All right. Okay. Cool.
Person, if you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know? And
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm going to Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm going to be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So I'm going to give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. Dan,
Is that where I got to? Where that guy was kind of hiding in his office, away from everybody, and then did they give up? What was it?
Sorry, say that again.
So, didn't they send those two guys off to some other franchise somewhere to go and do this to some other set of people?
Who?
The two dodgy guys.
Okay.
He hasn't got to them yet.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay.
So you mean so there's multiple franchises that are very upset with the corporate. Ammon and someone else, McNeff, are very there's multiple franchises now that we know. They've created a union actually, which Ben isn't allowed to be involved with. So there is actually, now we know this. It wasn't just this one. So a lot of them are saying that unfortunately a lot of franchises have been targeted negatively because of all this whole drama, which is really fucking shit. Like there's people going into Bricks and Minifigs, starting fights.
Well, of course, your stock's going to go down.
Sending death threats to people, and these are just innocent franchises. And
people don't understand how it works.
Ben doesn't want that, of course. But so a lot of them, and it's actually quite a few of them, it's actually big numbers that they've got together and formed a union, which Ben is not allowed currently to be involved in any way. And they are literally saying that they corporate threatens them. And it's basically you have to agree with everything they say, and if you don't, they basically try to take you down and you're the enemy. And this is how they function. So through this fucking big drama, we all of them are saying that Ben has actually exposed it. He's exposed the corruption in this company.
So is Bricks and Minifigs on the fucking? Are they a private run or fucking public? Are they on the stock market? Like, do they have to fucking? Does he have to just get rid of the motherfucker? They don't have to make a union. That they would just fucking. All they would have to do is get enough fucking people on the board to get rid of the fucking CEO.
No, because like it's
so it's
not
a privately run fucking.
Yeah, it's not
so it's
quite
not publicly traded. Okay, so it's not public traded.
I'm not entirely sure about, but I think that's the case. Yeah, I don't know I don't know a lot about it. I think that would be the case. Otherwise, it might.
No, it's not. No, it's not publicly traded.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up. I
just looked it up.
I'm pretty sure it's private. Yeah.
Yeah.
But however, nonetheless, the franchise is still, if they get together, they do have some standing. And also, the company is owned. I think it's something like something like 49 to 51% between two different parties, which are but the other party is also a McNeff, and I don't know a lot about that McNeff. Yes, it's basically family owned. And the interesting thing as well is that these young McNeffs actually fucking ended up taking the business from their elderly father, which if you watch a lot, yeah, but he's still defending them. But yeah, they basically, and they had a business that was basically, their business was to go into other companies and take over other business. But also, if you look into their financials, like last year was one of their worst years ever. So they were actually negative in their financials, and and I think so. I don't know, but I think a lot of all of this control and stuff, I think they're psychos and they're just going overboard and taking over everything. They took over their dad's business and they're going into all the franchises and fucking them over. But they have no business sense, because that is not business sense. You know, that's not good business sense.
Yeah, but see, if you add that, if they're messing with the local, if they have like ties to the local Mormons, I'm not saying all the Mormons, I'm saying the local parts, they're gonna be used to getting their way. And that see, I had that same shit, not like Mormons or anything, but the local like police and the higher ups and where I'm from in Alabama was like that. It was like a whole separate clique of people that would get away with any fucking thing because they would just bond together and they would be like, oh, well, oh, I'm the chief of police's fucking best friend, and they could do any fucking thing. So it would just slide by because they wouldn't. And now you're seeing it. This shit has brought it out. So yeah, it's that's how that'll. When you see it going in the retro community, what's shit going down? You know, they get cocky and they forget they won't be taken down. And that's what's happening here, man. They too big for the britches. They thought their shit fucking they people like this forget they're just a fucking small fish in a big pond. But they are in their community, they're a big fish in a little pond. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In their little community, they're hot shit because everybody knows them and shit like that. So they've got some sway. But once it gets out of their community, like it's been, now they can't fucking do it because it's out of their little bubble. They can't control this shit.
Yeah. But yeah,
I've outed you, Lima. I've outed your secret.
What, that they actually smoke weed? Like,
you actually smoke more than Bob Marley.
Shut your gore.
I was sitting going, no, they did. That was it. And we saw it at the beginning when it went from that very small echo chamber to the bigger one. And I was waiting for it to reach the point where it went outside of the echo chamber it was in, and it went much further than I expected it to. From the local thing that you were talking about,
yeah, it went fucking crazy.
But it has gone and reached its limit, and it reached its limit while I wasn't looking at it, and then it's gone beyond it into this bigger pond, and it's been in the bigger pond for a while now, I think. But we're still on the backstory on this, aren't we? Is he still doing the backstory? Are we still on the backstory a bit, or are we still on the new? Well, it says right now.
Yeah, no, this is still on the backstory. We ain't even got to talking about the other two guys that you was talking about, the franchise owners, and the ones that took over.
The guys, he's got a good channel. That guy, you know, that other franchise dude he's got the weird eyebrow piercings that makes him look like a little devil. He does little updates and he does stories about the other franchise people. It's really interesting, actually. Maybe we should watch one of his things. He's got a story that he told of one of the other this and you know, and it's just a standardized pattern of behavior. It seems like it's a racket. I don't know which one of you guys were saying they're just psychos. I think they are. Like they're just literally like it's like their business model. They'll do it up to a point and then they just go and fuck them over, and they've been doing it for years. So that's another set of expectations that they expect to get away with as well.
good, but they told us that they were. Normally, I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point, he's just arresting himself. However, the only difference between my strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning. Crime number 1.
This is the way to do it. This is the way to do it, isn't it? Crime number 1, and do it like this.
You would think.
Yeah, Evil. Evil, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this to you, Evil. This is my format. I'm going to do it like this. Crime number 1, crime number 2. I don't even know which order it'll go in.
Yes, CP. Whilst inebriated, I have been known to have a toke resulting in nonsense and heightened possibility of puking in your house, as you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was the other way. So because you were here, I was drinking. And that was why I didn't puke that night.
No, see, you're the opposite. Yeah, you like that, and I prefer a few gins, and you prefer that, and we mixed it together. We combined our love of things.
The key,
but I was the one that vomited on.
The key is to never stop smoking. So
yeah,
if
but you switched into mum mode and looked after me.
Yes. Well, I wasn't that inebriated. I was inebriated.
Well, you switched into put me on the sofa and clean up the mess mode.
Yeah.
On account of having a child already.
I think I'd knackered myself out by a fist bump in the air when Lewis came on and did Beautiful Soul. I was drunk enough to be so excited by that. So.
That said, I must say I've been on a mountain in Bulgaria and drank about 6 hefty Bulgarian guys that were up there having a barbecue, and they were sifting out rakia, which is a very strong Bulgarian drink, and I can say, and I'm only 5 foot tall, and I can say 100% on account of being probably quarter or a little bit Polish, that and a little bit Polish, a little bit English, and that definitely I drank all of those Bulgarians under the table easily, and that was rakia, and they were big dudes, and then we wrestled them on a mountain. We did.
Ooh.
Imagine, you know who didn't believe that happened? Because me and my friend are both belly dancers, so we went up onto that mountain. We bumped into a few Bulgarian guys, and then we outdrank them, and then we wrestled them. When they went back down into their town and told their friends, we met 2 women on a mountain, and then they were belly dancers, but they outdrank us, and then they wrestled us. No one's going to believe that, are they? Nobody will ever believe it from their side, because it just sounds like bullshit. But it really did happen that did happen for them, and I hope that someone believed them, because it really did happen. And my mate, when I say we wrestled them, I'm tiny, but I had a go. But my mate, she's the goat wrangler. She wrangles goats on fucking mountain. She can wrangle goats, so she can wrangle Bulgarians. It's fine. It was a fun time. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, gravity's your friend in that case, you know.
Size doesn't matter if you
summit and all that.
Hey, I grew up with an older brother who taught me how to wrestle and play football, so I will never submit.
No.
So who's let
Brian Mansell.
So if they just lie straight up to the
he's a guy
police,
who had a bunch of, he had like
$200,000.
Where's
he? Why isn't he in the slammer?
never happened?
Because they're on his side.
But that's what I mean. It's like, how far does the echo chamber go then?
Heard of Brian Mansell.
Supreme Court.
Definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. We showed him all of the social media posts his own company made. It was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole all the Legos right before they took over the store.
We don't have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is their security
blatant
camera. The
lie.
previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours.
So this was the night. This is the night when this guy Brendan came. They sent him in, and also CoffeeZilla covered this. CoffeeZilla has covered this, and he proved that there was a fucking like U-Haul truck outside. They brought a U-Haul truck, and this is the night that the bird was there. They turned up. They announced that they were taking over the store. They didn't give her a chance to get all of her, all of her receipts.
I'm looking for the bird. I'm looking for. It's like where's Wally?
You can't. There's no evidence of the bird here. You won't see it. But this is the night that they took over, and they basically said, right, everything is in the hands of corporate now, and that's it. And she says, well, what about the consignment? What about the consignment with this guy? And he says, now that's in the hands of corporate. And he's like, well, I owe him money, and unless because this, you have to bear in mind, it was coming to the end of the consignment, right? It was like a yearly. It was coming to the end of the consignment, so she'd sold some, and there was still a load more. And the way she says it is like there were so many. They weren't all necessarily logged in what was sold was very clearly sold as that, because she'd put stickers on certain things and made sure careful. Also, she did point out, just for Lego fans, that when she put the stickers on, it was the easy peel one, so she didn't destroy the fucking boxes.
Yeah, nice.
So, but like it was, she told the staff that she was selling these Lego, so it didn't get mixed up in the normal sales. So it was very clear that was that. And they hadn't sold it all. They had sold some, and they'd paid him for some, and they hadn't sold it all, and there was still some to go. And it wasn't all necessarily logged because there was so much of it. And you're bearing in mind that some of it is like bags of like bits and bobs that goes with other things, which is still worth something, but like it's like fucking bodies and heads and trees and little bits and bobs that goes with a set. But they hadn't put it all together because she's running a business. It would have taken every day for months for her to do that. So she was going through it, but she couldn't log literally absolutely everything. But she'd logged the main ones as she sold it, and if anything came through, it was like, this is from that area, and if anything gets sold from that, it goes through this, and they'll deal with it then. And if you need to complete like a little figure, then we'll find the parts for it. So not everything was like logged in like a list. But when the guy Brian Mansell, when he originally gave them the Lego, he gave them a full list, a full fucking inventory, right? He gave them a full inventory, right? And they are now denying that inventory exists. They're denying that it matters. They say they don't have it.
She stole it. They're saying Ben stole it. But they're also saying
no, they're saying that they don't have it. They're saying they don't have the inventory.
Yeah. And this guy, you can see how much he gives a fuck, because she's giving him all
he's just strong man, isn't he? Brendan is strong. Brendan's there to be strong man.
It's really not the first time they've done this, is it?
No, it isn't. It wasn't. We know that now. It wasn't. They turn up with a U-Haul, close the store down, take a load of stuff to a different stall, sell it, and then basically
fucking how they do their shit.
Yeah. They fuck over your franchise and take over, sell all the shit without giving any rights to the previous owners, basically.
Okay.
To be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with
she knew what was going on there, didn't she? Good job.
The sets were still in the store, and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
She sent a bunch of pictures of the Legos still in the back. You can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Great. I understand what you're talking about. but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another.
Oh my God!
You don't want to, because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically, what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word.
What's up, Vic?
Because he said so.
Hey, Vic. You just got done watching the video. I'll put the thing up in case you want to show it. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh no, what is this? Go away. Go away. Fucking, what the fuck is this thing? Fuck's sake. Just in case you want to join Vic and talk about it. Oh, this one. Yes, I'm really not up to... Liam has been catching me up though. Right, I'll set it going again. I'm going to go feed my cat.
The law was a former franchisee of Brixton Music.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him. She has his money.
But
She sold his Lego. She has his money.
to make it easier for you guys to understand the
Six-figure real men's weight.
Oh, that wasn't a bad foot. No, are you sure? You have a misunderstanding of what happened. Yes. This is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video, the CEO is saying it never happened, which would mean the CEO is lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime, the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested.
Yeah, so how have we got away with it? Is it gone that far? Is it only when it gets to the Supreme
We're at the police
Court?
station, and we're going to charge them with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000 theft. And good news for us, we found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Oh God, yeah.
Destroy evidence.
Yeah, all he did was click a button.
Just locking my phone.
That was when they thought, when they said they'd got heroin on them, right? And they just stopped in the
Yeah, that was a different one, but yeah.
stopped my car for no reason. Yeah.
3 times, at least 3 times with the different guys. There was a car search, this guy got stopped.
Yeah.
And then, there was a literal house raid with guns. Like they raided the house with guns. They raided the Airbnb. The Airbnb owner knew the fucking police.
Yeah, they all do. They all know each other. I think it's not just this local community as well. I think there is more. Because they always send them to this Provo place as well. That's a different place.
Oh yeah, Provo's different. Yeah, so there's
it's not just their local small area.
There's Salem. Is it Salem, Utah, and then Provo?
Well,
no, they're entirely
think
different.
about it. You've got the Mormons. You've got that little, the little group of corrupt Mormons that are bonding together, and then you've got the police that are going to be doing the same thing. And police tend to protect their own, even if they're not really in the same, like city and shit. They're gonna bond together because they're fucking all police. So they might not be, they might not know each other in this city and that city, but then they they
don't communicate between cities. They don't communicate between cities. I can tell you that now.
Oh
but,
shit! Yes, they do. Hell yes! I can tell you that's a fact. Fact from experience.
It depends what it is, but often they don't. That's why they're so shit. So I watched a YouTuber today compare it to a Pokemon. They said that this is a Lego YouTuber. So one of them compared it to. It was like the different versions of Mew. It's like, so when Mewtwo, one of them is really seedy and attacks you physically and raids your house, and the the other one basically attacks you by using really shady shit, and as you'll see, subpoenaing fucking Google to get your information. You'll see that shortly.
Okay.
So someone compared it to the different versions of Mewtwo.
Vic's just watched the
funny
video.
as fuck because Google used to say.
Yeah, but Vic, which video did you watch? There's 2 other versions.
I watched the video that came out. Reckless Ben.
There's two.
Oh, there's 2. Okay, well, I watched this one, the one where he's laying out the case. Part 3, yeah.
Part 3. Yeah, so that's enough because they still kind of
explain everything, and I know everything by now. This is a fascinating case.
We exist in the world. If you don't know this case by now, you're not on Earth, probably. You know what I mean?
There's an element to this too where it's the way that the police are getting presented, because on one side you have this wealthy businessman, proper guy. You know what I mean? Then you have Reckless Ben, who's got long hair. He's kind of goofy.
He's a 30-year-old YouTuber with long hair from Los Angeles.
Right.
You know.
So there's that element mixed in with everything else. So obviously they're going to give the credibility to the wealthy businessman.
Yeah, like when that policewoman's talking, as we'll see, the policewoman. Oh, by the way.
There's clear corruption though all over the place.
By the way,
as soon as somebody with some sense looks at this case, it's
that's away
we'll
from
move
it.
on. We'll move on. I'll respond to this when it's relevant, by the way, because I don't know if it's true, but I'll respond to it when it's relevant. So let's continue. Everyone, no, Hans, we're all fucking angry and we're all Team Ben because Ben is a fucking top dude. He's a fucking, his heart is such a nice dude. Like, he's not a dipshit. He's a really good guy. He just cares about justice and helping out. He's like a Robin Hood. He wants to fucking fuck over the big guys to help the lesser guys, and he is one of the poorer guys. He's not a rich guy.
Yeah, he's only got 1.5 million subscribers. That's fuck all. That's fuck all. That's fuck all in terms of YouTube, and he only got that through this, and all his money is going into the fucking legal shit from this now. Yeah.
And this is just a microcosm of a wider issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Bear in mind
that's what everybody is kind of latching on to.
Exactly.
Like, bear in mind, before.
Of course, I'm gonna finish me play.
I followed Ben for years. But he wasn't a big YouTuber. Like until this, Ben was like a low key YouTuber who did some cool shit. He had under 1 million subscribers. It's not big.
Yeah,
and even
I looked at some of his older stuff, and
he's and as he said, like live, he literally does this, and he says, "I'm not going to be a slave to the algorithm. I do what I do when it comes up. I do what I do when it comes up because I just care about helping people, and I'm not. It's not my personality to go and fucking make bullshit every day for YouTube. Like he's just going to create stuff as he wants to. He's not interested.
Why people bother doing that? It's crazy.
And I'm really glad that he's hit 1 million, and that's nothing compared to a lot. A million is still low. It's not big time YouTube, is it? But he's it gives him the chance to at least pay for his fucking legal fees.
Yes, I'll let it go on for a minute.
Yeah.
The crazy part is the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now, just imagine how angry the police are going to be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is your helpfriend from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff. And it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence, and I think that's obstruction.
And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally going to work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're going to burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything.
So if the police have to decide what case to pursue, they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence. And then they're going to throw out Eamon's case. It has no evidence at all.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago, I made a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case is going. It's about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
I'm sorry, your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer. So I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in person to see how the police investigation against Eamon is going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive. But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
I'm not seeing him on duty right now.
Really? They said he was going to be
So
here.
is this them fobbing him off then? This is after what Ross said?
Yeah, because they have to release this shit. It's all body cam footage.
Is there any way that you can like check if he's here, or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
That's not something that I can tell you over the phone.
Okay, you can't even just tell me like how it's going, like if you're still looking into it, or?
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay, well, thank you.
So basically, I came all the way out here to find zero answers. But eventually, I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail. And looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases. And it was Eamon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence.
Welcome back.
The case was garbage.
Hello.
And they took on the case that has zero evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no exclusion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you, you know, how you deal with the school and all of his issues. We did
There
find
you go. She just said it.
That fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction.
What's that?
She just said the whole thing right there. She's like, "Look, we don't have nothing on this guy,
but we can
but
find
obviously
something.
we want to help you. So
yeah, because
we're gonna find
the one
something.
We want to help. We'll
Yeah.
find
Not to
something.
mention, he outright lied to them, saying that that's already fucked up. Like, you can't do that. You can't say that he threatened you and all that, and then they find out that he didn't.
And then nothing gets done, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The police just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that This individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not leaving until we get it. And it's like, no.
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do you respond to stuff? I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. It doesn't involve us. As a separate business entity.
Gotta turn the air conditioner back on.
Okay, well, thanks so much, guys. Thank you. Hey, you want to talk? They're on their way out. You don't need to grab them.
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And to Ammon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way? And this is right after I told him you could do it
So
the
he was
easy
totally
way and just give
confident.
his layers back, or we can do it the hard.
He was totally confident that the cops would just have his back every time, no matter what.
Of course.
way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me?
I'm not threatening. It's we're right. Like we have a right to Legos, so we're gonna get him the easy
What
way.
right do you have? What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right, provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos. So we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and provide proof. And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you can absolutely leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and see you later. Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. So now let's hear how Ammon describes it to the police.
Guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Oh, wait, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave. You're not leaving. Like I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges. Is it a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this, they're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
Right.
I don't know, like however else, like some of that stuff comes through, but like the reality is like we've tried to talk to them and said we're willing to work with you.
I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property, and we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back to Brian. So I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Because
Brian said he was unwilling to work with us.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and that because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is not something that anybody, like you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all of your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so-and-so said so. Why? And I have a spreadsheet that says that all these ice cream machines belong to me. That's not proof of ownership, that's not proof of anything.
So first
That's
off,
just
this
total bullshit, isn't it? It's like they all do shit.
Also, can I just say, this image right here, right, of this guy's face right now, Ben has made a shirt with that guy's that face like multiply printed.
I thought that was a suit jacket. Wasn't that a suit jacket?
No, it's just a shirt. Yeah, he said it's a shirt. I thought it was a suit jacket too. I would have liked it if it was.
Yeah, because I posted it in the Discord because I thought, I was like, hell yeah.
I think that's brilliant. This guy's fucking ugly mug. No, it's a shirt, but fucking props to that. I love it. I absolutely love that. And that's the image that bloody even Courtney Love posted on her Instagram, which is hilarious. Hilarious.
It was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Amazon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then lied on the inventory, and so now it basically makes this inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory, and this is the correct inventory.
When we took over, we did the inventory.
They think they can get away with it. I suppose they did up to now. They've got a
He's actually
real.
always been willing to give it
It's
to
such a
me
flimsy
or Ryan.
argument.
All we've ever had to do was ask.
We've got this far.
Any Lego that does exist.
And
Well, we did that, and you guys,
when?
I think we mailed it like 5 or 6 times and gotten 0 response back.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I Googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message. I actually got a message back from corporate saying that they would love to help, but after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
I think we've done like 6 over the last like 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I say like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Hit forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This is on your guys' website.
Okay, so they got the email address on your website was wrong, therefore. So the email address on their website was wrong. So we can't contact you via your website because it's wrong. Yeah. But it's not our fault that the email address is wrong.
Which,
so therefore,
yeah, which would be all well and good, except they responded once from it, and then
yes, so they did respond once from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did actually respond from that.
You can't even lie about it.
Are you sure they responded from that, or didn't they respond from the one that he gave them just now?
No, they gave him a response. Pull it back. They gave him one response saying, "Yeah, we were happy to help," and then they ghosted him.
Yes, so they did respond from that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So and he's going, it's the wrong email. It's the wrong email.
Yeah.
But it's not.
So they don't get those emails.
What is it?
We don't get those emails, but someone. No, it's there. That's it. There. Yeah.
There.
Just. Yeah, about
there.
But that's it. You have reached corporate email for Bricks and Minutes. Thank you for reaching out.
Oh, you've reached the corporate email, huh?
That might. Oh, no, and it literally is. It's a personal response. It's not an automated response because it says if the owners aren't able to resolve the situation, with us, then feel free to reach back out to us, which means that somebody fucking answered that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that address. So horse shit. And he's going, oh no, if you want to reach us, you have to email.
Yeah, no, that one's bullshit. That one, like it says, you have reached the corporate email.
Everything,
like, come on, dude.
Everything Ammon says is bullshit. Yeah. I don't think he's capable of telling a fucking ounce of truth in anything ever.
Ricardo, what?
Yeah, he's real. They've got some similarities going on, definitely. You've got the same hunting eyes.
I just realised I was talking to myself in the chat, so I'm not doing that anymore.
It happens.
That's his convincing face, look.
I mean, he does have the villain mustache at the soul.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Classic villain.
Victor, you've seen the video, so you know that they created Legos out of them, right?
Yeah.
Or in England we say Lego, but that's they've sold out. They sold out within 3 hours, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They
created Ammon, and I think was it Ammon and the other guy who.
This guy that's on the screen and that other one, the one
who went into the shop.
That's another thing. That guy should have been served. You see, when the body cam footage where he was giving him the papers and he's like, "Oh, these are fake papers." That was legal service. He was served. He was legally served. He was legally served.
Accept service, like you can't do that.
No, you can't do that, dude. That's why you don't fucking. That's why you don't fucking tell them your name.
Imagine police turning up and giving you papers and going, "I'm not accepting the papers."
Yeah, and that cop looks absolutely dumb.
It's the police turning up with papers.
The police guy. It was the one that let him avoid getting served when he actually got served, because admitting that was service.
The police guy went,
is
"Oh,
enough
okay."
to know that
the
that
police
like
guy
he
went,
knew
"Oh,
that was
okay
what that
then.
was.
I'm not going to." You know why that is? And that is a Mormon thing, because they know that
dude.
this guy is supposed to be high up in the Mormon community. That policeman probably knew that, and so he's going, "Well, I'm going to let this guy get away with it because he's higher up than me, and I don't want to get into trouble with my Mormon community."
Right. He's like, I better let this slide.
Because the police wouldn't do that.
The cop knew he was like. He must have realized it after, like, oh my god, I actually served that.
And yet in previous episodes, the police turn up and threaten Ben in a car and go, "We do things differently around here."
Fuck.
Like, they turn up in Ben's car and go, "Are you Ben? Or are you this guy?" "Yeah." "Well, you're, think we do
it's
things."
Shocking that this has
So they're willing to they're willing to threaten some fucking kid from Los Angeles, a 30-year-old man from Los Angeles, but when it comes to this guy, because he's a known local Mormon, they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to stand down because I know that you're probably higher up, and I'm going to get in trouble in the Mormon church." Like, but actually, most if you go on YouTube, like. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't. It wasn't just the Lego community, the crime community, and the fucking drama community. It's the fucking Mormon community and the animal community. So all of the it's. I've never seen anything like
eyes on this
on YouTube. It's in my years on YouTube, I've never seen anything cross so many different areas of YouTube. Like it's crossed. It's crossed all of YouTube. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, you've seen the protests. Like, people were protesting and stuff.
But Ben went with a beard on.
Fucking Joseph.
He gave it a different name, like something.
But that goes to show you, like, how, like, it's clear as day. I can't believe this hasn't been resolved yet by anybody. Like, it's clear as day that they're wrong. And this
I think it's gonna get thrown out of court once it gets to the Supreme Court. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And they're just gonna toss it out. And then Ben's gonna sue the fuck out of them, and god damn.
But this thing has gotten so much coverage. It's like this guy's on fucking shows doing interviews. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this thing has got so much coverage. You don't think somebody can put a fucking lid on this? Like
no, they ain't gonna put a lid on it. No, there's no. Like, it's done. Bun can't be undone. This is out, dude. This is out.
Cat's out in the bag.
Sorry, that's the wrong phrasing. What I meant was
somebody might get thrown under the fucking bus. That's probably what I think is going to happen.
But as we know, no one's going to get in trouble for this. As we know, this is all going to get. What's going to happen?
I think this motherfucker here, this dude here, is going to get in trouble, and his brother's going to take over. His brother's going to take over, and shit's going to continue like as is.
I don't know. I have to believe that somebody's going to look at this whole situation with some sense in their head and see the truth. Like, it's clear as day. Because even the footage, like, this is how corrupt it is. The footage of him talking to him is not credible because, well, you could have did it after you turn off the camera, right? Even though it shows him go into the elevator.
The police go, "Oh, you went into the elevator, that's enough." And it's like, so in that case, if the footage in where you go into the lift isn't enough, then how is any fucking footage of any crime ever credible?
The cops use footage all the fucking time. So how the fuck?
Yeah, and it doesn't always show everything. So how is they're going to say that? Yeah. So how is any momentary footage of someone in a lift and then elsewhere any credible? Because that doesn't show everything. Well, then surely there's probably cameras outside of there.
It doesn't matter what it showed. What the fuck it needed to show? What else does it need?
It showed the context of the situation.
Exactly.
Bearing in mind, also they've shown.
Hey, to be fair, if I was going to threaten to kill somebody, I would probably turn my camera off before I did that too. But he's in the elevator.
Also, there's cameras. There's cameras inside the fucking inside books and minifigs, which they've shown. There's cameras.
There must have been some sort of traffic camera that they were caught on, or some outside camera that they could prove that they left the scene.
There's cameras inside bricks and minifigs, which we've seen. There's footage.
They're not going to give up their footage, obviously. They're not
of them leaving? Yeah, the bit where they left and didn't come back. Yeah,
yeah. They're not gonna submit that, right? Like they're not gonna get. You know what I mean? Reckless Ben would have to charge them, and they would have to get a warrant and go in and take.
Oh, like they did when they subpoenaed its Google information. Like, anyway, let's move on and
that's another thing. That's a whole other.
Let's
a whole other kind of
Google Google said they wasn't gonna do that. I remember when Google used to say they wasn't gonna do shit like that.
And they did it. This is not even like. This is like so frivolous to give it over this.
And this is some bullshit.
Yeah. Like, I could understand if he was, like, a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, check his emails. But he's just harassing a guy at the most. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
It's just crazy that it's had to get to Supreme Court before anybody, like you say, has got any sense is looking at this.
It hasn't got to Supreme Court.
Oh, right. Who said about Supreme Court?
It hasn't got to Supreme Court. It's still in normal courts. But with better lawyers. Ben's got really good lawyers now.
Oh.
There's more parts coming, of course.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Ben, I wouldn't worry one bit. He's completely in the
this
right.
Video
in the end, they can't keep doing this. They can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, what you need to know about Ben though is this is not the resolution. Ben will keep this going as long as he fucking needs to, and he will make videos until he takes these people down. Even if this ends, Ben will make the effort to destroy this guy because that's what he does. He says he will I'll let this guy go if he does the chicken dance, which he does at the end. But in reality, that's not what Ben's. If you've watched any of his other videos, no, he will ruin your life.
He knows they'll never do it. That's why.
Ben will ruin your life for the greater good because it's the right thing to do.
I'm liking this headscarf this person's wearing.
Yeah, like I'm sure that the other people working for them are like cool people. It's just like they're wound up with this fucking asshole. You know.
Let's have a listen to more of what that says. Lying about. You can tell from his eyebrows.
Did I say that?
No.
I just said.
Trying to convince. Those psycho eyes. He's a psycho, this guy.
So you're getting mad at his eyes. Email on the website.
You keep saying that you like. So I understand that, but I'm telling you right now.
It's not comes to the point. This is what Ricardo does. This is what they all do. This. It never comes to the point.
You're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Sure. Okay.
And so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
You harass us for multiple things. I'm not getting mad at you.
We're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them?
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subjects. It almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. What? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
So you guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so, yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email us, and we can go.
But you guys will give him the inventory list because he said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying, oh, we can send it easily, but then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well, I understand what you're trying to get at. I'm more than willing to work with you and help you. That's what I'm saying. Send an email to that email address that I just gave you, and that will produce results.
But anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email. Don't ever whoever emailed that one or the CEO was going to be pissed. But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon. So I waited all day. And I got no answer. So the next day, I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week. And finally, this is the response. Mr. Schneider, BAM Franchising Incorporation will not participate in any form of communication that appears designed for public provocation, harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media content. Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through misrepresentation or the creation of fraudulent documents. Just for me asking for this inventory list to prove their innocence, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior and considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities. It's aka the cops. So don't ask for our inventory list, or else we're going to call the cops. Yes, Brixton Media has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away. We've never received it.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate.
That's another smoking gun right here.
Required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything because they would have had to identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now, what, a year and a half later?
Just, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Yeah.
So, would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They open the store up almost right away and start selling.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face. When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Yeah, that was good.
Inventory. Have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory, and shown him that inventory to offer that?
We've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell in hopes that he can see, that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian the inventory of set that was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over on multiple occasions.
Unban Vienna sausages.
Pardon?
Unban Vienna sausages.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it either.
Who? I can't see him to unban him. Who?
The account was Vienna sausages with some numbers. I think I can't remember what it was.
I can't see him. I can't see them.
Yeah, no, I can't either. It was a little bit. It was a couple streams ago, and I can't see him because he's banned.
Right. That you'd have to go into your settings, I think.
But yeah, he's one of us, and he got banned, and
He got banned accidentally.
Yeah, and I keep because we thought it was Dojan. I don't know if he. I don't think I did it because when I saw the name, I knew who it was.
The problem is that when there's so many alts and things.
Yeah, there was so many alts that it was like
end up getting banned. So dude,
and
if you're here,
I've been trying to figure it out.
So
and, I'm just like, oh, dude, did we ever unban you? And they're like, no.
I don't think that. I don't know if we can do that as I don't know. I don't think we can do that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna look it up. Keep playing, and I'll see. I'll have a look.
Are they banned on StreamYard or on YouTube?
It's
Because there's a problem there. I was in that problem.
I think it's YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm supposed to unban them if I can't see them.
Oh, you can look it up.
Yeah,
but you have to go into your settings. You'll go into your settings
and all that fucking horseshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, buying the sausages. I will do that after the stream.
Yeah. So apologies.
All right.
That happened in different circumstances. So
Okay, VS, we will get you fixed.
Oh yes, we will.
And it might not happen today.
Yes.
They are watching. They are watching. They just can't speak.
Okay. Well, hello, Venus sausages.
I'm gonna look into it to see what we can do. But
Shout out to Venus.
Coordination than me this time of night.
But see how they didn't give the previous owners the inventory? They're legally required to give that.
They're used to doing it. They've got it all set up, haven't they? They're used to doing it. They're used to just going in, taking the thing.
Yep. Nobody ever questions them.
Yeah.
Just like the woman. If Ben wouldn't have gotten involved, this would have happened again, and nobody would have questioned the shit.
Exactly, it would have happened again, yeah. Echo chamber for miles and miles and miles.
Mm-hmm. It's like, how many times has this happened before?
Exactly.
The owner has to unban. They have to go to YouTube settings, community, and scroll down to hidden use and click the X next to the We can only ban and unban people in the chat right now, and you're the only one that can permanently ban people.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll do that.
So yeah, sorry, dude. We'll deal with that later on.
I'll do it after this video finishes.
Yeah. You got caught up in the mess of things at the time.
They understand.
Yep. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Carry on, guys.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go to as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying, hey, we want to help, we want to help.
The main narrative now seems to be Bricks and Minifigs has always been trying to give Brian his Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no. It was attempted to be given to the family, and it was refused. They made the offer and said, hey, you can have all this. And that offer was not accepted at the time.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them and getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond. So Brian's attorney sent them another email, just following up on this, when can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back? And finally, they received a response.
It says, Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the product that exists in their store to you. What? So, yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones that are not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as you can see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out. Yeah. And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying, we wanted to give Brian his stuff back. He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone should have integrity.
But anyways, another thing the CEO seems to be pretty upset about is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough. And he was like, I'm going to make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. This Facebook post, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft?
It's crazy though, when you actually come down to the fact that the guy died.
Property was stolen or otherwise not.
And they're thinking at all this stuff, and they're not thinking, you know, there's an actual guy dying. Surely they don't realise, they don't think that they're that over egotistical that they're going to think that they'll be able to spin that PR. Do you know what I mean? You're taking an old man's Legos off him. I don't know.
That was not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things that need to be...
That's another lie again, because...
It's not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
The ones that haven't, he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. If taking on a business, he takes on all that, that's not that fun.
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality, this was his response.
Because we caught you guys?
No, because you are attempting to extort us, so. That's what you're doing. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for...
nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
I don't think it's illegal. I think us catching you guys for doing the illegal thing doesn't make that us we're doing illegal. I mean, you guys are doing illegal.
You might be too careful. I'll stop for it. I think it's like the staff. They were just probably the staff was for Peter. That's very careful.
Do a yodeling song about that one. We'll talk about yodeling the other day.
Thank you for
after just going around in circles for probably 30 to 40 minutes and just, you know, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being given to me, you know, I was...
This is when he's going to his victim mode, isn't it? We've seen our lot do this. These exact processes.
Exasperated by the end of it, and that's, you know, like when people get tired and exasperated, that's when, like, we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster.
Yeah.
You know? And so, but
that
that's what they do.
not helping him out.
People whose goal is to do those types of things, they
harass
and go after people as hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that, you know, then they can, you know, use that one clip.
Are you guys talking, or is that?
No.
To be like, oh, look at this monster of a person. So that's what I feel like has kind of really happened here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes, and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I'd say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with them, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
You guys are holding some of our Legos?
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually give us the inventory list.
Hey, Red Bull.
Actually, it was a trap. I email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my information. I think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google this email address. Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed in the Lego video so far. All my emails, all my search history, all the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyway, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
He's got a little look about him. He's got the same shaped face, hasn't he? But this guy looks like a real psycho. That's a bit of a flashback.
It's for everybody else to copy. They have quotas, but they don't go after white chicks. They just don't. If you're a white chick on a scooter, they just don't bother looking you up.
Just in case you want to join the panel, Red Bull.
Like, what are you
Looks like that pale guy.
And Debo, hello.
What's up, Debo?
Greetings. All welcome, apart from Dorshin, onto the panel. To talk about bricks and minifigs, Mormons. I like to talk about the lizard-Mormon connection. But we're going into more hard evidence. Hard evidence. Right, okay. So let me know in the chat if you do end up going in there, because I can't see.
To another stage, just to go get some footage. I doesn't even sound like this. Like,
so is this the thing that Lima was on about with the police officer that she was talking to?
Yeah, the one I think the one chick that was talking about fucking the crime. Oh, this is we'll fit. We know y'all didn't do nothing, but we'll figure something out.
So what are you doing?
That one.
Going around so it said us doing it smart. I guess
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. The first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible, and therefore, case closed. Ben's wrong, and we're right, because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
All of his actions to just generate.
Meanwhile, they don't have any evidence.
Without putting forth.
You up?
I'm saying, meanwhile, the other guy doesn't have not even one piece of evidence. At least he has something.
Exactly. And he just gets upheld, and you just like, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a judge can take the motherfucker serious with a mustache like that anyway. I mean, dude, just as soon as that motherfucker walked up into my courtroom, I'd be like, guilty. And I'm the one that's pressing charges. What are you talking about, guilty?
Yeah, there's a wanted poster for you right there.
Exactly. Fuck yeah, man. We learned fucking as a kid, your type fucking was on all the wanted posters.
I'm back.
You're looking like
you just don't have the black
Diddley
hat
and
on.
shit.
Yeah, you just don't have the black hat.
I think Red Bull's got it right when he says this is Dreamcast guy's older brother. What do you think about that, Bert?
What have I missed? Who's Biffco?
Like that.
Hi Biffco, who are you?
Have you not met Debo before? Maybe not. Well, this is.
I don't know. Hi Biffco, I'm
Lima.
Yeah, I just want to get a drink and catch up with someone in the house. So.
All right. Okay. Cool.
And deal with my cat.
Dreamcast guy.
Dreamcast guy.
Just the angle of it should make it look like a bit like him.
You know,
nice to meet you.
Really seems to.
Nice to meet any of you that I haven't met yet.
Lima's an expert on bricks and minifigs. She's been absolutely obsessed by it.
I was already a
full presentation.
I was already a Reckless Ben fan, so yes.
Long term.
I've consumed all the legal content, the Lego content, and the drama content about this topic.
So any questions, direct them to her, because I am getting steadily stoned and just listening to Lima's presentation.
Rantings, yes.
Right.
Okay, let's go on. Have we had any interesting updates since I went away?
We started getting into this chatting with this female police officer.
Oh, the police officer. I have something interesting to say about her, which I have not.
Is this that bit?
I haven't. This is the female police officer that's getting all excited about finding something out about him, right?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
It is.
Okay. So I haven't verified this. I only saw it. I haven't verified it. But word on the street, which I haven't verified, is that nothing related to this, but this particular female police officer, it's possible that this female police officer might have been involved in in a what do they call it when someone dies and then they sue you, like
manslaughter.
No. When someone dies and you were involved, but it wasn't your, like, it's like an accidental death lawsuit. Like they're suing us accidental, basically negligence or something. But basically, like, so some guy, I haven't verified this, but what I heard was that this female police officer.
Oh, like a civil lawsuit?
Yeah, well, basically, this is what happened. So some guy turned up to, they either arrested someone or something, and he said that he'd overdosed on certain drugs. She basically called an ambulance and then did not inform the paramedics about what he had told her.
That's negligence.
It's a wrongful death suit, basically. Yeah, it's a
Okay,
wrongful death.
okay.
So she did not inform the paramedics of what that person had taken, and the person died, but she was fully aware of what they'd taken. I have not verified it, but it's still like, oh, that's interesting. She seems like a bitch as well, and she also seems like someone that's reveling in really going after Ben. Like in her voice, she almost seems joyous when they're trying to catch him on something, you know. But yeah, I haven't. That is completely unverified. I saw that. I've read it, but it's unverified.
You can see when she's like saying it, and then she goes, "Oh, we can get this is a felony."
Oh, we can get this. Oh, yes, yeah. Like she's almost happy.
Yeah.
And so what a cunt. But yeah, apparently unverified. She might be the same officer that's being done in a wrongful death suit, just to add to a possible level of a cuntiness, basically, is all I'm saying. So unverified, but still interesting and possible. So let's move on.
They'll make threats. And this is the craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior. And a keyboard warrior is basically just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it, they won't do anything in person. Which, I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, let's double check by looking at the footage. Ammon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone. Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them. So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme lengths.
Hilarious, dude.
Are you okay?
Sue me then, motherfuckers, and they did, and they won. And they fucking closed the store down. Fucking
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is showing all of the signs of a keyboard warrior.
You what, sorry?
I'm just mumbling about the motherfuckers. Well, sue us then, and they did, and they won, and then they just fucking closed the bitch down. It's like, you fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Dirty
it.
bastard.
It's quick. It's quick when they disintegrate. It really is quicker than you think.
Yeah, the avoidance is strong with them, and they will deflect, lie, and deflect all across the board.
Good with them fucking Wonder Woman bracelets.
And when we find out how many other fucking franchises they've been fucking over, this is all going to come to light. This is going to get much bigger. This is not over. Everyone's like, oh, this is the third video. It's over. It's just not over. This is going to go on for a long time, I swear.
He says at the end of the video, he's going to go to part 100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in a Rick and Morty style.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah. And he fucking will, like that's the reckless Ben style. He's sweet guy, he's chill as fuck. And it does not vex him to do this because he's so fucking chill. Like, he's the chillest guy ever. Let's move on.
But for some reason, they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems like everything Bricks and Minifigs is doing, for some reason, they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep making this cross for you guys. Hopefully, no more issues. There's so many other things that we like be talking about.
Yeah, I know. You guys are so
Like a
nice.
full-on brainstorming session, innit?
Fucking bootlicker.
She is. Well, she's probably quite a minion or something. She's
She's a
just desperate to get in.
fucking bam dick sucker. Like,
Using
fucking hell.
people.
Come on, Brendan fucking Ammon. Get your dick out. I'll suck it for you.
Ammon just completely proved my point.
Hello.
Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for so long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not distributing those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for not as long, so.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
Sound familiar?
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Extortion, when they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're going to make up a reason to throw me in jail. I stole the Legos? Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
Bricks and Minifigs is also getting me for RICO charges.
They're charging Reckless Ben for RICO. I think it is more likely that police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO. He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. Sniper to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
If you guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from.
They're all getting involved.
When the police got there, it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
Seems more likely that it happened.
And a construction worker accidentally shot out of the window. Vic, does that happen on your site much?
I'm not there when the glass is there, but yeah, it happens. I've actually, I know somebody who actually broke a glass. Yeah, of course it happens. Things are flying around. There's rocks and debris falling. You're
accidentally shooting out the window.
You're moving. Yeah, you're swinging hammers and 2x4s around. You know, if you're not careful.
Oh, right, yeah, with equipment, but they said they
definitely smacked one or two guys in the head with the 2x4.
Oh yeah. Well, I can understand that. I can understand that.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was me.
He's trying to get Ben Schneider for like attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile...
If I was the construction worker, I'd be like, yeah, I think it was the shooters. I think it was the shooters.
It looks like everything that Bricks and Minifigs is doing.
It must have caught him back to rights. It must have been on CCTV.
Definitely wasn't me.
No one's going to say anything.
It makes no sense.
So, just to let you know, we call it double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much time as you need to choose someone or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to feel that you have ID somebody, just ask that you circle it and then show it.
And then, like that? Perfect. Okay. There you go. Okay. Cool.
So this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to verify.
You're like, oh, identify him. We're all done.
You what? Sorry.
Identify this guy and we're all done. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit late in the day for that by the time they're doing this, aren't they?
Well, they already know because they subpoenaed his fucking Google shit. They already know. They didn't need to do that. Like, it's bullshit. Like,
There's somebody backstage.
Oh, is there? Hang on. Sorry for being shit. I did promise that I would get better at it. I'm sorry.
You gotta turn that bell on.
Hello, I do need to turn the bell on. Hello.
Yeah, sometimes I don't hear it either.
Hello, humans.
Hello.
Hello,
What's
fellow
up?
human person. I think.
My brain turned to Swiss cheese.
What? Listening to the Bricks and Minifigs.
Fascinating.
I thought of you when I did my little video earlier with that little Brett Barnes.
Bricks and Minifigs. Fucking Fafford's buddy, Gallagher guy.
Is he down for the?
He was debating whether to buy a Lego Donkey Kong machine. Good lord.
Mario one. It's quite cool, but it's a lot of faffing around.
It's fucking $200.
Yeah, they're expensive.
You know, built one. You know, built one. Trash AT. Get out of the kitchen.
Oh my god! Have you? I heard all that stuff that Fatal Vision was talking about yesterday.
I didn't catch it.
Oh,
it's always something with Trash AT.
No, they've got all these emails and stuff where he's been doing some right shit, going worse than like Ricardo, worse than about Lisa McCunty, but like really going in for it, like sending her text messages to her phone talking about her abortions and.
Really?
Yeah, like
See,
really.
I'm a believer. When that shit came out from that Amico account, Mr. Mustard of Trash AT, looking for a bull, I believed it.
Yeah.
Call me a dumb fuck.
I mean,
call me a dumb fuck. Vic Vega, call me a dumb fuck. I believed
dumb fuck.
I thought it was just a rat. It really was a rat, but I never thought.
I believed it because it came out of left field. It's fucking off the fucking wall. Who can make something up like that?
Yeah, he's a predator. He's one. He is one. He's shown his colours, so he's going in the book. And do you know what I said to Fatal Vision as well? But what's the connection between all these people? Fucking cue ya. I'm telling you, my angle.
Have a good one.
All right.
See you tomorrow. Yes, sir. I tell you, we were right. Well, I don't know about you. I'm not going to speak for you. I was right about Trash AT. When he pulled up and Radical Rick, Radical Rick, fucking, here comes Trash JT with his video about John Hancock. He sees Radical Rick's view count and he's salivating. He's like, oh, John Hancock, 15K views. I can do that. I'm on the same level as Radical Rick. I can do that. So he copies him. I
don't know who Radical Rick or any of those people are, but I'm sure.
For context, it's a guy who called out scammers, e-beggars, many moons ago, like 5 years ago. And so this character we're talking about, Trash JT, he was on par.
He was always on the make, wasn't he? Oh, he was one of them who was always on the make. Trash JT.
Oh, who's JT?
Trash JT. JT. Jeff Tarzia.
So
he sat in the hot tub. And said, "Get out of the kitchen." He told a woman creator to get out of the kitchen if you can't take the heat on YouTube. So that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he wasn't telling her to go in the kitchen. That's bad.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Good point, Vic. Get in the kitchen and make me a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, but he's gone a lot darker than I thought I gave him credit for, to be honest. And it's very potion-like. Do you know what I mean? It's like under this guise of being this. He was never pretending. I mean, Potion pretended to be like fucking Buddha or something, whereas like fucking Smash JT never. He was just always a rat bag. But like.
Well, add this. You mentioned a book. You mentioned the book, right? Predator. Yeah. Add this to it. This fucking guy thinks it's a good idea, Trash AT, to do a video about Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect had a problem with something. This is post. All right, so this is post the fucking Twitch messages he's sending to an underage kid. Post that, he gets fired from fucking Twitch. He ends up on Rumble, my fucking guy. He's a fucking pedo, talking to a fucking kid inappropriately. He's like 50-something fucking years old. This Trash AT thinks it's a good idea to come to YouTube and do a video glazing up Dr. Disrespect. And his comment section was like, this guy's a fucking pedo.
I remember hearing you talk about it at the time. Yeah, it's all over the place. But
I'm going to mute myself and listen into the activities.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't fall asleep from Vic.
Oh, you will.
You'll fall asleep from me. I'm the boring one tonight. Right. Let me put it back on there. Little Smash JT gossip. Break there for a second. Sorry, I just needed to vent my spleen about that. And don't worry, I'll be talking a bit more on that in the future, I think, once I've found out what's going on.
big performance to make it look like they're going to all this work to verify the facts, when in reality they already know who I am. They already Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video. They already went through all my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance so they can show the world, hey, look, we verified everything, when if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into watching the raw footage.
This shows that they are in their own echo chamber to such a degree. Because this is so flimsy, isn't it? They haven't put any effort in it.
It's clear as day. This is not the only, like, it's all over the place. There's so many instances of corruption and looking the other way.
We're used to people actually making some fucking effort.
Almost at every turn, they're looking the other way. They're covering for him. They're doing everything for him.
But you see, I really do think that because this goes, the Mormons being like fucking operants of the fucking government is like high up, and these guys, I'm telling you, are a liability for the lizards. I think the lizards have got it all stitched up now, and I think they'll let it play out however it's going to play out now. But I think for a second, I could smell the panic. Because one of their major. Have you heard about all that fucking CIA stuff with the Mormons? Like, they're all CIA agents and shit. It's crazy. So it's all curiouser and curiouser.
Admitted to them, they would have found out that Ammon's just completely lying to them. But
by the way, this music I was trying to work out what it was reminding me of, and it reminds me of the ending of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
The reason they did it. A few weeks later, when I ended up going to court, this was the state's response.
My name is Nick Nielsen. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we can do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, because in that footage, you can clearly see that the second he tells us to leave, we say, okay, we'll leave. And then he calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being respectful the whole time. We left the second he told us to.
Let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because, I mean, he's threatening that we're going to burn down the building and shoot everyone, but we did nothing.
But you didn't even look
He's just saying that because he's trying to. I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a documentary on the thing. So his logic is if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage if you watch it. It seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
But did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show everything that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah, the raw video that shows everything that possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it. They're literally just taking Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence. So where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony up to 15 years in jail in Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them, I mean, obviously Bricks and Minifakes just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real, and for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. Only heard Bricks and Minifakes' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion, with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifakes, which sucks because this was the night I hit 1 million subscribers.
Tattle was the bird.
All my friends threw a giant surprise party for me.
I'll have some weed. Yes, Tattle was the bird, Chris. Hello, Chris. By the way,
just keep spreading their lies, and I just have to sit in silence, and there's nothing I can do to stop them.
Who's Chris?
About how much public support I was
cartooning with Chris.
Oh, hello, cartooning with Chris. Oh, we'll talk about Tattle later. I posted another video. Tattle was a bird that got caught up in all of this. A parakeet, I believe.
Tattle was a bullfrog. Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll get to Tattle. I've posted a second video that we can. Cool, no problem, Chris.
It really seemed like the entire internet
was a good friend of mine.
Tattle hasn't been talked about a lot. It's a new fucking twist in this fucking chaos.
It did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back.
So,
it was wrong.
Do any of you know how the business of bricks and minifigs, how it's doing? Is it down? Is it like?
Okay,
have you heard anybody talking about that?
Okay, so pause the video for a second.
I will. I'm going to go for a split while Lima will tell you about this.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier how multiple franchises of this company who are fucking innocent in all of this have formed a union, right? Because they feel that they can't say or do anything that's like, if they do or say anything that corporate doesn't like, they get shut down, right? To the point of like,
so then let them shut down all the stores and go out of business.
No, listen. That's not okay, because these people have bought into this company. It's their livelihood. These are just normal people. It's their livelihood. You can't just go and leave the thing that you fucking bought, that's your fucking world, that your livelihood. Okay, you didn't know that you were buying into a fucking you didn't know that you were buying into you were into Lego. You thought, yeah, let's buy into this company, it seems fun, it's something cool, we can fucking sell Lego and do something that we love. They bought into this company, but like, corporate are such cunts. There's so many companies, they formed a union. Ben Schneider, aka Reckless Ben, is not allowed to be involved with those with that union in any way, at least at the moment. He's been unsilenced now, so he can. The ban of him, obviously the ban of him speaking about bricks and minifigs is lifted. He can now talk about them. However, he's not allowed to go within, I think, 100 yards of any bricks and minifig anywhere. And he's also not allowed to contact any person that is a bricks and minifig employee or a bricks and minifig franchise. So he's not allowed to talk to these unions. However, there's been one formed, and what I'm hearing, what I've seen from all the fucking hundreds of videos that I've been watching, is that these unions are saying they're expressing upset because obviously they are being targeted by stupid assholes who were just going to any old bricks and minifigs and going, "You're cunts, they're starting fights in shops," and which Moist Critical showed on one of his videos. Like, people are turning up at random bricks and minifig stores and just targeting them. So these people are getting death threats and harassed by fucking dickheads who don't have any critical thinking capacity. So they're just targeting all of bricks and minifigs without any fucking critical thinking.
Look, I feel bad that they're losing their business, but if I invest into a stock and then it tanks, who's gonna care about me?
No. This ain't like a stock though.
But you're investing into an idea. At the end of the day,
it's your business. You've
rented a building out.
You've rented a building, and you've bought into a
stock.
business. You're just selling Legos.
You're renting the name.
You're just Bob and Jane who's bought a store, and you're a fucking family. You've bought a store. You like Legos. You bought into a store. You're like, let's sell Legos locally. You bought bricks and minifigs as a really popular name. They didn't know that they were buying into a company that was run by absolute fucking psychopathic cunts, right? They didn't know. So you've invested your life into this business. You don't know that the people that own it are horrible and twisted. So what's come out is that some of them are obviously expressing dismay because they've been targeted, death threatened, and so on by wankers. But also many of them are saying that what Ben Schneider, Reckless Ben, has done has uncovered it. It's exposed the corruption, and so many of them are grateful that he's shining a light on something that is much bigger than just
right.
Than Brian Mansell's Lego set. It goes way deeper than Brian Mansell's fucking whether it's 150k, 2000k Lego sets. This is a corruption across the board. They're treating all of their franchises like shit. They have no voice, and if they try to do anything, if they try to say anything, they get shut down, and they literally get shut down. Like, they get taken over. They cannot speak out. They have no voice. And so Reckless Ben, just by chance, by Brian Mansell and his dad's Lego set, this whole fucking thing has been exposed, and this is only the fucking start. Right?
Well, I don't know if I would want to be. If I had a store, I wouldn't want it no more. I would get out of it and get something else.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Dude, getting out of a business that you've put your life into.
It would be rough. I know it's a rough thing, but that's how life works sometimes.
I know.
Watch the video about the parrot.
You can fucking say that, but it's not that simple. You can't just go.
I know it's not that simple. It's the same thing for me. If I were to lose my job, it'd be devastating. But
there's nothing wrong with the franchises and what they do. They're just selling Legos. There's nothing wrong.
So those assholes should keep making money so that those guys could keep their business.
No.
So you want so just forget about the whole thing.
The reason that they're forming fucking unions is so that they want to try and legally take out the owners because they're corrupt. The owners are corrupt and lying, so they're forming fucking unions.
Well, that's great. That's great.
So
I hope it works out for them.
I know.
Instead of a union, they should do a class action lawsuit. Get everybody together.
And they may well do that. They may well do that. But this none of this would have happened with this exposure. It's brought it all to light. They have public support now. So all these little franchises, yes, they're getting death threats and shit from dickheads who can't.
I want to hear about the parrot.
Okay, have we finished this video yet though?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Have we?
3 minutes.
Let's watch to the end. No, we need to watch right to the end.
Just for nothing.
Oh, I've done that stupid thing again. It's the wrong thing.
However, people were pretty upset that I was silenced and decided to protest. It sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore. Or maybe I can be here. I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes me.
Go on, Ben. Go on.
No. Alright, I'm here with, what was your name? I'm Jerome.
I'm Jerome.
From Monty Python.
There's Court. Here with Jerome.
It says Justin for heroin kid spelt wrong.
Not a single person here recognized who I actually am. And maybe the protesting worked because after a full month of remaining silent, I finally have an announcement.
Oh, look around me, this disguise anymore. Because I have my freedom of speech back, baby. I can say whatever I want. I can say Bricks and Minifigs sucks. I can say Bricks and Minifigs sucks.
I love that he climbed up the tower to do that.
I'm in jail, which is sick. We got our First Amendment rights back. Yeah.
And now that I have my freedom of speech back, everyone is wondering how Bricks and Minifigs can make up for the fact that they made up all these lies about me to take away my freedom of speech.
This is where the chicken dance comes into it.
I could easily win millions of dollars from Bricks and Minifigs. But instead, I have a better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say they're sorry by doing the chicken dance. And I will take that as a sincere form of apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that
Can I pull it?
I did this. I offered this.
Move on to the next video.
I offered this with.
You guys might be thinking, why do you want them to
Yeah, so he's going to say, why is he asking them to do that? It's because you're lying so much. If you do the chicken dance, it's like, it's so ridiculous that, you know, there's only that could prove it, which they're not going to do, and it's so ridiculous that they're not going to do it. So he's offering a really ridiculous thing that's never going to happen on the basis that, you know, they're not going to do it, and if they did, they might mean it, but it's never going to happen. So, you know, but it's funny. Like,
there's actually a reason. So this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all. So I was thinking, well, if they give an apology, they might say the right things, you know, but they're not actually going to mean it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm going to basically just be giving them another...
some really high up things.
Not just with their words, but with their actions.
Because he has the high ground. He's saying that, you know, he's above.
Rabbit Dude's doing a chicken dance.
He used to be a slackliner. He started off as a slackliner.
That's like Carl on the crane.
he literally. Oh no! Wait! Pause this and go back 10 seconds. Wait, because these Legos. Like, go back. Yeah, go back. Go. Stop. Yeah, here. Yeah, go on. Yeah, because this.
You can buy right now one of Joshua Johnson and one of Aaron McNess, and we're only making 500 of each. And once all 500 of each sell out, we're never making any more. And you gotta buy them now because someday they're gonna sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick. Also, subscribe to Patreon. You'll get tons of behind the scenes, tons of extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4 is coming soon. If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll be the first to watch it. And also, subscribe to part 5.
Leave it playing. It's funny.
We're doing 100 parts. My lawyer said if Bricks and Minifigs Tuesday, which they've still not dropped their lawsuit, then it'll be at least 2 years.
Lemur.
A year, it's 104 parts at least. So come back.
He's doing like the Rick and Morty thing, like 102 parts. 100. There's gonna be 100 parts.
Lemur. F Mary Kill. Coffeezilla, Moist Critical, or this guy in the crane.
Are you asking me to choose what?
Choose who you want to marry, who you want to fuck one time, and who you put a hole in the head. Who you kill.
What was it's
Moist Critical, Coffeezilla in the suspenders, in the vest, or this guy with the fucking board shorts.
Okay, who I want to marry?
You'll fuck them every day.
Who I want to marry, who I want to fuck, and who I want to kill?
Yeah.
Oh my god. But I really like Coffeezilla.
Yeah, but Coffeezilla's the fuck. This board short boy is the fucking kill.
I think
and Moist Critical's the marry, right?
I don't know. I was gonna go with I don't want to kill any of them though. That's not fair. Okay.
You have to make the choice. It's like Sophie's choice. I'll give CPE Sophie's choice.
I have an interesting story about that. So when I was about 8 years old, I was too high level in reading, so they asked me to bring books from home. Okay, and so when I was like 8 years old, they were like, "You need to start bringing books from home to read," because I was too high a level of reader. So I went home and I picked a book off my parents' shelf. It was a big black book.
Oh my goodness!
It had gold writing on the side, and it was fucking Sophie's Choice. I was 8, okay, and so I said, "Mom, I'm gonna."
Sierra loves that book.
I was 8. I went to my mom. I'm going to take this book in school. She was like, "Cool." And I went, Can you explain it to me?" She sat down with me and she explained to me what it was about. And then she literally sent me to school with it. And the fucking school called home and went, why is she reading this book? It's about a fucking Polish fucking a Holocaust survivor. And my mum went, "My daughter can read whatever she wants to read." Basically,
right, under parents' guidance.
Yeah, she told them to fuck off. Basically,
yeah, your mom's
she
right.
But also my mom's father was Polish, so So I guess she was like, "Yeah, this is interesting to us." She let me read what the fuck. But I went through that book, and I've any word that I found that I didn't understand, I looked it up in the dictionary and learned how to put it into a sentence. So if ever they asked me what it was about, I already knew what it was about. My mom went through it with me, and then if they said, "Well, what's this word?" then I could say it. I was rebelling before I knew what rebellion was. So Sophie's Choice was an interesting
based on a true story too.
But also, I was 8. Like, I did not fully understand Sophie's Choice at 8 years old, but I fucking picked it and I took it to school and I did it. But anyway, yeah. So Sophie's Choice. Okay, obviously, Coffee Siller obviously is the marry one because he's sensible and intelligent. And oh my god, I don't want to kill any of them.
The board shorts guy's gone. Fuck this guy with the board shorts. He's on a fucking crane.
Are you telling me to kill? You see,
what's that guy's name? Stuttering Craig, or what's his name? Relentless Ben.
Because at this point, I'm gonna go marry I'd go marry Reckless Ben and kill Coffee Siller. But in real life, I would probably marry Coffee Siller and shoot Reckless Ben. And obviously fuck Moist Critical, but
I mean, Moist Critical got the 1 million subs. He's getting hand over fist.
Coffee Siller's the really intelligent one, so
yep.
So he's the one for life.
Yeah. Moist Critical seems boring. You have to do all the work in bed.
I'm okay with that. You don't know. He might be kinky.
Definitely kinky.
I think he's probably kinky, so, you know.
He farted into the mic as a gotcha to Billy Mitchell, the Endless Legend.
But right now,
he's thinking about his ass when it comes to Billy Mitchell.
However, based on Hey, dude! Wait! Based on the context right now, I would marry Reckless Ben, kill Coffee Siller, and fuck and still fuck Moist Critical.
Did you guys catch the news on?
So there's two scenarios in which I would marry Reckless Ben or Moist Critical. But
breaking news. And I don't know if it's breaking. If you missed the Fafford stream, Rabid Dude likes ass play. He wants to get his cheeks blown out, like with someone's mouth. He wants to get his ass eaten out.
And do you have a problem with that?
Oh, this is America.
I'm just pointing it out. That's what Rabid Dude's into.
Do you like doing that?
No, I don't want anything like that.
To anyone? No, do you like it being done to you, or do you like doing it to someone else?
No, I'm not interested in any of that.
Have you tried it?
No, ma'am.
No desire.
Yeah, you ever watch Married Children? The shirts? No, ma'am.
You've never had an ass in your face?
Can't say that I have, unless I was playing Twister.
So
look at my avatar.
What if a woman is sitting on your face the other way round? Then that's technically an ass in your face.
No, I don't do that. That's putting myself in a
You don't eat. I
don't trust anybody. I'm gonna let somebody have control over my body like that.
I'm not eating ass. I'm not eating ass when it's like that. No, but
if a woman, but if a woman puts her pussy on your face, her ass is.
No. The pussy eating gets done on my terms. I do it my way. There's no asses involved. You understand me?
My mouth. I can control my mouth.
Okay, I'm not. So you wouldn't let a woman sit on your face in the opposite direction?
No, no, that doesn't make sense. That's not
okay.
That's not
okay.
needed.
So brothers and sweethearts and brothers, I just want to let it be known that I'm fine with that.
Okay, so next question, Lima, out of Carl, Doshin, and Rabbit Dude.
I didn't say I was eating ass. I'm just saying a woman can sit on my face in any direction. I'm not in a relationship with a woman. I'm in a happy relationship with a man. But if I was in a relationship with a woman, she could sit on my face in any direction, and I'd be fine with that. And anyone that isn't, well, you're really missing out. You're really missing out on a fun time.
I will miss out.
Oh my God.
My tongue anywhere near anybody's asshole. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you have to put your. I'm not saying that you have to have the asshole. I'm just saying if someone sits on your face, then their asshole is nearby, right?
Okay,
if you go,
that's different. That's
if
not
you go
tossing
down
a
on
salad.
someone, their asshole is nearby.
Yes, but that is not tossing a salad.
I'm not asking you to like put your tongue in deep or anything.
No. Rabbit hole.
It's
I mean, rabbit might like tossing the salad.
Bastard for no reason, is it?
But why are we judging people that like that? I mean, just because it's not your fucking.
We're not judging. We're pointing out.
Well, yeah, you're pointing out that. So I'm going to point out that you don't like it. So what? Which one?
No, you don't have to. I will. I don't want to let. I don't.
And
like
that's
it.
fine. My ass is a one-way street, and you know, some people might like that, but we don't need to point out who likes it.
Some people do like that. And that's
And that's fantastic for them.
And that's
but we
what
don't
we
need
were
to point
saying.
it out. So why do we care that Rabbit Dude likes that? Why do we care?
I don't know.
Why don't we?
The question
Why do we? Why do you care what other people like to do in their own fucking bedroom?
The question was, fuck, marry, kill. For Carl Dorshin.
Yeah, we do. No, I don't know them. So obviously Ricardo is kill.
Oh yeah, he's not on there.
Oh, right, he's not on there. Who was
He's
it
just
then?
on the hit list.
Who was on there? I don't know them.
Carl Dorshin and Rabbit Dude. You've met. Well, you know Dorshin.
Which one's Carl?
Carl used to be in the Discord. I don't know if you met him. Did you meet him? Did he want a poll with you once? Oh, Carl. What video will Carl?
I don't know that. I don't know any of them well enough to judge that because I don't know enough about them. Like I know they're like memes to me.
Shudders, have you got a video of Carl?
I think out of all of them, I probably I could probably say I know Dawson a little bit, having spoken to him. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with the other two.
I don't know. I think definitely Rabbit Dude because I think we introduced you to.
Oh, is Rabbit Dude one of them? Yeah, but I don't know him well enough.
Guys from the Discord.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but I don't know them well enough to say that. That's not.
Right, okay.
I don't have a basis for that.
Do a stab in the dark.
I don't know. I don't know the personalities well enough.
All right. Okay. So I've got a thing on. Should we have the?
Yeah, like I need more context. You need to give me more about their personalities for me to
I'll do
decide
a little
that.
presentation one day, but not today, with some videos. One of Justy's videos, which has got Rabbit Dude in or something like that.
Can I just kill everyone?
If you want.
Yeah. Can I just or just fuck everyone? I don't know. Fucking kill them.
It's like.
Can I fucking kill them? I don't know.
Explain Carl. It's like I felt like bloody.
I don't know them well enough. It's like
What's
it's
his
just a
name?
name to me. Rabbit Dude's interacted with me on a very, very minor basis and seems friendly.
Someone asks me how to
literally,
explain
that's
Carl
it.
to
I
him.
don't know who he is as a person. I feel like I know Dorsch a bit more as a person, and Carl I don't feel like I know at all.
Oh, it's first love.
And I'd rather not. I don't want to be the one that have to say that shit.
No, when you asked me to explain,
can't we just say different forms of death instead, or like?
Yeah, well, when you asked me to explain who Carl was, I felt like Rocky Dennis. When you're trying to explain to the blind girl what the colours look like, because I'm just like, how do you do it?
I've not interacted with. Obviously, I've interacted with Dawson a few times. I don't like. And also, the other thing is that it's okay doing this about people that you've never spoken to. I don't I don't ever want to do the fuck, marry, kill thing about people that I've ever spoken to. I really don't. Like, I don't.
That's true.
I don't even if I don't like them, or if I don't, I don't. I never want
It's
to.
an impossible question. It's impossible.
No, I don't ever.
It's an impossible question.
Because I don't have any ill will to people, as you know. Even if
but just because you don't have a will to them doesn't mean you have to fuck them.
Yeah, no, but also I don't want to go killing people, so I don't like that question. Especially, I can do it to people that I've never met, like internet people, like Moist Critical and fucking I've never met them, so I can kind of do that. But if I've ever come in, if I've ever had a personal conversation in a chat, like I have briefly with Dawson, so I don't ever want to say that about someone that I've ever met. Like that's not right, and I'm never going to do it. Except I will say about you know who I say it about. It's obvious who we would like to take out, who's up against the wall. Like there's people that are just up against the wall, but like we don't have to marry or fuck them. They're just up against the wall.
Shall we watch a bit about the bird?
Yeah, let's watch about the bird. This is important. This is the only one I found. I just found it randomly while we were watching.
How long is it? Just out of interest, how long?
It's only about 8 minutes long.
Oh, that's okay. I can handle that.
And I made a video about this a while back, but it didn't really get that much traction. It was called "Did Bam Bricks and Guinea Figs a Lie About the Salem Store Bird Tattle? Timeline, Receipts, and Questions." And it has this thumbnail. Hey, Lego Wandering Liars, where's the bird? I think the biggest thing we learned after that
Chris Gorman responded.
That Tattle is going to be part of their discovery. Their lawyer is going to be asking Bam to prove what happened with Tattle the bird. They want confirmation. Because
you see, this is it for me. Once you start fucking with animals, like
many of which I addressed in my video, but it's worth revisiting them. So red flag number 1, the cage. Because most avian rescues require you turn in the bird with their cage. So why was Tattle's bird cage seen in Josh Johnson's truck with a pile of garbage the next day after the late night takeover?
It'll just let it out.
Tattle with his
into
cage
the wild, and then it just got eaten by a cat.
Give them the bird, but take the cage back with them. Drive it back to the Salem store to throw it away with all the other garbage in the bed of Joshua Johnson's truck. Does that make any sense? And just to clarify, this is a screenshot to show that Joshua Johnson's truck was at the Salem store the next day.
It's Leah Screedortion.
Crystal did see him putting the cage in the truck with a pile of trash, so she took a screenshot of the truck. However, she does not have that video footage with the cage, but she saw it herself. That's how she knows that something happened by that next day, the day after the takeover. So again, Tattle had a clipped wing, so releasing him is a death sentence. That's a red flag right there. Why was the cage seen the next day after the takeover in the bed of Joshua Johnson's truck with a pile of trash? So red flag number 2, the timeline. On 11/14/2024, there was a late night takeover. They changed the locks that night. Bam tells Crystal that she will be arrested if she returns, because not only was Tattle there, but she also had other belongings there as well. And the very next day, 11/15/2024, Crystal saw that video of Joshua Johnson putting the cage in the Joshua Johnson's truck with a pile of trash. So between that time, what did they do with Tattle? Because in my original video, I mentioned how most of these places, most of these shelters, even the Humane Society, you have to call ahead to make an appointment. You can't just drop off the bird there. Like, especially with birds, they are very susceptible to like avian flu and other health issues that require an examination.
Like there's so many specific rules for birds. Like He said he just dropped it off. He said he just dropped it off at a fucking no-kill shelter. But as we know, this does not apply for birds because they have to test them for shit. He's a liar. That bird's dead, and this is another level of fucking like that guy is a fucking
R.I.P. Tattle.
That guy
is it's like PT out of Dumb and Dumber.
That guy is a bastard.
And most of them require a donation. So when did Bam have time to do any of this? Between the night of the 14th and sometime on the 15th, when we see the cage with a pile of trash in Joshua Johnson's truck.
Taken to a no-kill shelter, and hopefully it's been now rehomed. So the bird is hopefully in very good hands right now.
And that's the third red flag. This statement Ammon made that the bird was taken to a shelter. And I want to give a shout out to Les because I was listening to him yesterday, and he's also involved. He does a lot of animal rescue, as do I, and that's always a red flag statement. Especially in this case when the bird already had an owner. They could have just taken it to Crystal. They could have just called Crystal and said, hey, come get your bird.
Take someone else's bird.
Let's hear Les say it, though, because I think he explains it really well.
No shelter. Then where is it?
Someone's pet.
Like, where is the shelter? Why can they not tell us what shelter? This seems like a lie. So I have
seems like what are you talking about? He's dragging it out. No, whether it is.
So
it's obvious it's a fucking lie, mate.
I almost so like when you say, "Oh, I give it to a non-kill shelter," and you don't actually tell you which shelter it is, I get like really upset. And we always check like a month. We always check 3 months. And sometimes the person says, "Oh, well, he was misbehaved, and I have to send him to a shelter." So your first question then is like, "Which shelter?" Because we'll go pick him up today, and we'll go look to see if he's still there. They'll be like, "Oh, well, I can't tell you what shelter," and then they hang up, right? And at that point, something bad has happened. 9 times out of 10, they release the dog in the wild. Again, 9 times out of 10, right?
Okay, so, and he was right on there. And then he goes on to talk about how, the Don't F with Cats, remember that, I think it was a Netflix documentary? And he was saying, once more people are made aware that this Lego saga is not just about Legos, but there was an actual innocent bird that, mysteriously, Bam says they took to a shelter, but
it just indicates so much about those people, doesn't it? It really indicates what their mindset's like. It's not just that it's an innocent bird, although that is really sad, but it's that's they got pleasure out of fucking up someone, that lass's pet, didn't they? Because she's like stood up to him a little bit and said a few things, and they're just like really just gonna fuck her up for no reason. They didn't have to do that.
You're going to get the animal community upset and involved in this too, as if it hasn't already blown up and gone viral. Wait until you get the animal lovers involved. So I have to give them a shout out there. And again, Ammon saying they took to a no-kill shelter as if that is somehow less diabolical, that they stole her bird and didn't give it back to its owner. That's insane. And how Ammon says he knows nothing about anything. He said that he knew nothing about the consignment agreement. He knows nothing about the Star Wars thing. Like, he knew nothing about the books, but somehow he knows exactly what happened to Tattle. Are you serious? You think that we're going to buy that? And I just want to answer some questions that I've seen pop up here and there, just, so Crystal doesn't have to keep responding to them. But they say, oh, well, why didn't she take him that night? Okay, well, because she didn't have room in her car for the cage, and she also has other rescue animals at her home. And since Tattle, again, has a clipped wing, it just would not be safe for him to be there without the cage. Also, she knew that her employees would be there in the morning and figured they would be able to take care of him and let her know if anything was to happen. But how was she supposed to predict that someone would steal her pet? Who the F steals someone's pet? I mean, that's next level. That's next level evil. It's next level insane. How would she have even thought that was something that these people would do? And what it confuses me is that anyone actually believes that it was taken to a shelter. Bam has continuously lied. You think they actually took? Some people are like, oh, let's just call the local shelters. Like, maybe he was taken there. Really, of all the things, that's the thing that you're going to believe that Bam said. It logically does not make sense. The only people that we should be asking about where the bird is the Lego laundering liars. So Brandon Worth and Barefoot Bamboozler Joshua Johnson, where the hell is Tattle? You guys have a lot of explaining to do. Justice for Tattle. Hashtag #BamStuff.
Justice for Tattle.
And please like or comment so that Tattle story gets more traction in the algos. Again, I did a video about this 2 weeks ago, and people following this case are still like, how am I just hearing about the bird? You know, so it didn't get a lot of views.
So
hopefully
when
the story gets picked up by other.
Do we know when?
Thank you, Les, for covering this, and thank you everyone.
Do we know when this bird was released into the wild?
Okay, so we don't.
We know what time of year. When? What was the night?
It was the night. Well, the night that Brandon went into the store. That was the last night the bird was heard of.
There was just no need for that at all. Absolutely no need for it. They just did that literally out.
That's how fucking cold they are.
These guys are really bad.
That shows how cold they are.
It also shows how enablers breed a deeper and deeper level of psycho.
That shows that this is, mate. This is Mount Narcissism. Mount Narcissism. These guys with their pricks and minifigs, they're narcissists. They built up a successful company, but they're cold and have no feelings. They don't care about their franchises. They don't care about this fucking bird. This bird is probably dead. So they're nasty cold people.
He chucked him out of the cage. He chucked him out of the cage and then chucked the cage in the bin.
Is that what we've? Is there proof of that?
No, that's just what I think. He
yeah,
just picked up the cage,
and of course, he didn't know that its wings were clipped.
No.
And even if he did, it's a bird with clip. And actually, in that state, it's illegal to release a bird like that in that situation. And even more so, the fact that the bird had clipped wings. It's already illegal to just release that kind of bird like that. You can't just release a fucking parakeet into the wild like that. It's illegal.
Well, that's it. And I was wondering if it was in the winter or in the summer when they got kicked out. I seem to think it was in the winter. I don't know why. That bird won't last 2 minutes, even if it didn't have a clipped wing. Poor Tattle. Well, there we are. Respect to Tattle. There was one more video I wanted to look at, which was the guy.
So someone said that. Okay, can I just say this? So when we were doing the fuck marry kill thing, who is it?
Oh, hello. Hello.
So someone said.
Can you hear me?
Politely, okay. CP.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Who's here? Who's it here?
So Cyrus.
Hello,
Cyrus Martin. I got a news report on Cyrus Martin.
Have you?
So Cyrus, I've been getting into the whole Mad Max backlog and revisiting all this. So Cyrus visited Mad Max, okay?
I heard.
And Cyrus paid for Chinese food. And Max, so then it's Max's turn. Because you know when you're visiting your friends, I'll pick up one meal, you pick up the next, so it's not awkward, you know?
Yeah.
Cyrus picks up the Chinese meal. Granted, this is after Max picks him up from the airport because he had to fly in and immediately goes to pick up a CRT. Cyrus has to basically break his fucking back on a 42-inch CRT Trinitron, super fucking heavy.
Oh.
So they go to Burger King, and Max doesn't have enough money to feed fucking Cyrus's fat ass. Cyrus wants a Diet Coke and shit.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting 2 Whopper Juniors and water.
Oh shit! How did he not have any money on it? Did he just not have his bank card?
Because that's fucking Max. But he has enough money to lace Rhea with shit.
Well, That's why he's got no money in it.
He gives it all to Rhea.
Had been in there just before and wiped him out completely. Completely wiped him out. Oh, do you know, like that can happen, can't it? It's just so embarrassing. Hopefully, when you got home, you could like sort something out and give him like some proper food. Sure.
I got one more thing. So, on your spooky stream, you should look into the if you look up a video of it, PETA kills animals. You could talk about that for at least 15 minutes.
PETA kills animals.
Yeah, because the bird story reminded me of that.
I will write it in my notes.
Yeah, PETA kills animals. The story is like insane.
I also want to do...
dumping animal carcasses behind a restaurant.
Oh really? Oh god, this is gonna freak me out. But also speaking of PETAs, there was a PETA in the Dolphin House, and I was talking about the Dolphin House with these guys the other day, and they hadn't seen it. Have you ever heard of the Dolphin House? It's like they did an experiment in the 60s, and they had LSD, and I think it was a couple, or it might have even been 3 people, scientists. A little bit like in 2010, where Hayward Floyd's living in that house, and it's like half water, half whatever. They just flooded a normal house and put a swimming pool in it, and they tried to teach a dolphin to talk, and the dolphin committed suicide. And it's fucking crazy, mate. The dolphin started getting like all fucking aroused and shit. Cause, you know, dolphins are like horny bastards, and they are quite like sex pests of the sea. Like I wouldn't ever want to go swimming with dolphins. They're like the Ricardo Codys of the sea, right? And so like
dolphins, like Retardo.
Dolphins oh my god, what's going on? Dolphins are capable of self-induced asphyxiation.
That's what when they get you to swim with them,
they can literally choose to stop breathing. So
that's what they do.
Just to clarify that, because I know it sounds wild to people, but it's actually true that dolphins can actually choose to stop breathing or refuse to surface air. They can when they go through like really severe stress or psychosis from captivity, they will literally. So I know this sounds wild to people, but like it's genuinely true that dolphins are capable of self-induced asphyxiation. You can look it up. Dolphins literally can kill themselves. They can choose to not fucking breathe. Like it's wild as fuck, but it's actually true. Like it's
Ricardo, who blew kisses at the dolphin, maybe he was involved in the Woody Dewey version of the Montauk Project. Montauk Project claimed that they made 40,000 people gay within 3 years.
The Woody Dewey version of the Montauk Project.
If I was a dolphin and Ricardo blew kisses at me, I wouldn't want to breathe anymore.
I don't know. I don't know. Yes. Hey, I watched your video today, CPE. Great job. I'm looking at the script, and the fucking thumbnail was Masterclass, Cyrus Martin. And I'm looking at it, and I love the addition of creams and cries. And then you got the fucking text, "Help me come."
Oh yeah.
This is like the year of "Help me come." That text attached to that individual, it's too overwhelming.
It was good. Manna from heaven. It really was. I give great gratitude to the universe for that. I'm very grateful for it. But as much as possible, I'll be using it wherever I can. I'll be like Marge Simpson, where they say, how many more times can you sew that Chanel dress? That's going to be me with that. Help me come. They'll all be sick of it by the time I'm done with it. But that's Ron has made a rod.
What are you on about, Tudors? Dolphins cannot spontaneously change the gender, you fucking numpty. That's horseshit. What you on about? That's absolute bollocks. What you on about? You're just trolling. No, they cannot. That's absolute horseshit. Look, there's lots of animals that do change sex due to how they are, but dolphins aren't one of them. There are animals that do actually that change sex actually just by default, but dolphins aren't one of them. So you're just trolling, bro.
I'm trying to think of that guy's name. Do you know the name of the guy? That Crystal's fella. What's his name?
Dolphins cannot change their. You.
I don't know. Yeah, because they go pink, don't they? You get pink ones.
That's.
I'm joking. Right, so, Lima, can you remember what the name of the guy is in the couple? The ex-franchisees. Can you remember what his name was?
It's Crystal and Ben. Yeah, Crystal. What you want?
I think called Ben as well. Her fella.
Yeah. If you want the actual name, wait a second. Brooke.
Dean. What?
Okay, so her name is Crystal with a H. It's a weird spelling.
No, I want the dude's name. It's off on his channel.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a. Does he have a channel?
Yeah, I've been telling. Yeah, I've been watching. That's the only bit I've been watching.
Wait a minute, Crystal O'Gorman channel.
I'll just put Gorman. Right, Gorman. You say?
Yeah, it's Ben Gorman then.
Is it Ben Gorman?
Yeah, Crystal O'Gorman. Crystal seems to be the one that speaks out mostly. Like she was the one that she's the kind of main boss of that franchise. Ben was her husband.
This one.
The closest
that
thing
was all
to
I
fresh
needed.
air in this office is your boss's screensaver. What if you just bought that lake house?
Sorry for the
Go on.
interruption
It's
there.
easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Hi there. Would you like to receive a gift? I'm a missionary
The Book
for the
of
Church
Mormon?
of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this is the Book of
I'm
Mormon.
getting adverts for the Mormons.
I've been talking about it too much.
Yeah, I think so. Look. There she is.
Seeing the Book of Mormon would be able to change my life so much. We would love to give you one as well. As you can see, we have lots of copies.
I met a Mormon
Click the link
the
below, and
other
missionaries
week.
will drop it off your house and share a quick little message
I
about
thought it was
you.
These folks around here pushing the Mormon stuff on the people. You see that? First it was Lemur, now it's CPE.
Shout out.
Slayers of giants.
Right, okay, so this is the guy. This is the ex-franchisee, but not the lady. This is the father of Tattle. Right. So, but he's got an interesting story to tell that I heard. This is what I saw when I was not. I hear this about the special church pants.
What I'm about to share with you is going to.
I did find that cool channel, didn't I, with that guy who gave his
internet,
Mormon experience, which I thought was really good. I'm going to watch more of him. Maybe next time we do this when I'm not as knackered. Although I have got my second wind a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty knackered. And I do have to be getting a train at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Where you go? I was going to ask where you going. Of course, you're not going to say that.
I'm going somewhere fun.
Somewhere lovely.
Somewhere fun for the night. But yeah, I won't be around because I'll be.
Judah, stop it. Animals have sex, but they don't have gender in the human sense, so shut up.
Yes, we do their special underwear.
Animals have sex, which the sex can be changed due to fucking biology, but they don't have a concept of gender in this.
Turning the fish gay or the frog
They don't
gay.
have gender is a human concept. Like it doesn't exist in the animal world in the same way, like that we have. So
no, just get on with it. Right then.
Yeah, it's true. Just shut up. He's just trolling.
The birds and the bees.
Because this is a big new piece of evidence, I will leave that to you to decide. So just to back up, for those of you who are new to all of this and you're going, wait, what the heck is this guy talking about? My wife, Chris, and I, we owned a franchise store in Salem of a Olympics store. So that is a store that sells Lego, both new sets and used sets. It was going very well.
Oh yeah, we know this
building
bit.
up about her, not just
Why
in
did he
Slack,
say that
but
then?
conferences about how they were excited about the work she was doing. The store's sales were increasing, things were going well. And so the person who was her point of contact with Bricks and Minifigs, who's no longer there, said, hey, you might want to consider purchasing the franchise. And we talked about it and we said to ourselves, okay, this is a company that is owned by, a couple of guys who are into Legos and they're Mormons from Utah. People who are into Lego, in my experience, tend to be nice and honest. And just about every Mormon I've ever known. Nice and honest, right? So we thought,
they found the perfect cover, didn't they,
this
these
is going to be
guys?
a good idea. And we looked at, we did our due diligence. We looked at their prospectus, which they provide to folks, and is, that's a legal document. Like they cannot lie in this document. And they show this is what we expect as far as the return on one of these franchises. If it's well run, and of course ours was being well run, Chris was doing a very good job. This, will increase in value at this rate, and in 5 years, this is what you can expect, that kind of thing. So we thought, okay, this is a good investment. And there were some red flags right away, which we should have recognized, but this is what you're going to want to pay attention to. So early on, there were some violations of the franchise agreement right away on BAM's side. And Chris can speak to all of this better than I can because she was the one in charge of the day-to-day operations, but they didn't turn over the connection to the bank account properly. They didn't turn over the connection to the lease. That was supposed to be done according to the franchise agreement. They didn't turn over access to the social media accounts. So you have to put yourself in our shoes a little bit. We just purchased this store. We were excited about it. And these nice people were saying, no big deal, don't worry about it. Put a pin in that. That's going to be important later. So they're saying, no big deal. We'll just take this amount that you tried to pay the bank or that you tried to pay for the rent for the store, and we'll cover it and we'll tack that on to what your payments that you're making for purchasing the franchise, right? Okay, no big deal. Everything's going fine. Then one day, Brian Mansell comes in. You know about Brian Mansell. And he comes in and he makes this consignment agreement with Chris. Everything's going great. He's getting his payments. Those sets are being sold. Everything's fine. Then, one night...
What did he do to his eyebrows, dude? It looks
night,
painful to me.
A guy comes in
I had
the
my
store
eyebrow
and says,
pierced.
essentially, give us the keys.
When I was
We're taking
younger.
this store back. And then, in
But I think on
violation
both
of their
sides
own
it
contract,
hurts. It's not painful.
refuses to provide us with an inventory. They're supposed to say, hey,
Couldn't do it
these are
now.
all the things we are alleging we just get to have, right? We're claiming we get to have. And if we look at that, the franchise agreement, if we look at that list and say, this is not accurate. These are not what these things are worth. What these things are worth. Note, we can't even say what those things are if they're not in there, right? But if they had given us that list, we could say, nope, these aren't what they're worth. And we're allowed to say, these should go to a third-party evaluator. And that person would then go through and say, yeah, no, that's not what that's actually worth. Those cases, for example, that hold those minifigs, those glass cases are very expensive, right? It's not just the Lego. The Lego are valuable. The furniture is valuable. The cameras are valuable. All that's, the shelving, all that stuff. We were not only not compensated for any of that,
Just
none
give
of
them
that stuff
took their
was listed.
shit. All the
Remember that.
all the glass cabinets and
Yeah,
everything.
this gets a bunch of attention,
because when they take the
like,
store,
got them to refit their
they take
shop
the
for 'em.
Mansell collection that's inside, right? And so that's why the internet is going, this
They're
is
just sat there
clearly
waiting for it to
egregious.
ripen and
This is
ripen
just,
so they can pick it up.
unconscionable. They have taken this thing that doesn't belong to them, and it's very straightforward, right? But what if taking stores away is a pattern of behavior? I'm not saying that it is. That will be for the courts to decide, right?
This is what we was just talking about.
Some potentially explosive evidence that I want you to consider. So this was just shared with me by somebody who is excited about this case and has been doing this research and found the complaint made by another location about what happened to them, and I will let you decide what you think when you hear about their experience.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete.
So here is the complaint. This is publicly available information, right? Circuit Court of the State of Oregon for the County of Clackamas, Plastic Pallet LLC.
Clackamas.
This is a different store.
Merry Clackamas.
This is
Wanna
the
know?
store in Clackamas County in Canby.
It's a great name. That.
So they entered into their franchise agreement in 2017. Everything's going fine, right? BAM violated the agreement in numerous ways. It also committed elder abuse, interference with contract, and intentional infliction of emotional suffering. Among other things, it offered to assist Plastic Pallet and Ms. Cooper to find
intentional infliction of suffering. That's what the bird indicates to me. That's just like going a step further to cause suffering to people.
And a new franchise to purchase her interest and take over the operations of the store, then reneged on its offer. It falsely accused Plastic Pallet of breaches of the agreement and threatened to abruptly terminate the agreement without adequate notice. Without adequate notice. You decide. Pattern? It unreasonably withheld its consent to transfer of the membership interest in Plastic Pallet. It refused to assist Plastic Pallet to find a buyer without good cause. It threatened to and did terminate the agreement and destroy any equity in the business. It interfered with the business plan adopted by Plastic Pallet by encouraging its members and employees to violate their duty of loyalty to the LLC. Okay, here's something else that's important. At all material times, Plastic Pallet operated its store in compliance with all of the material requirements of the agreement, or any alleged non-compliance was waived by BAM. Sound familiar? No big deal. That one's on us. We'll take care of that. During and around the summer of 2022, BAM began interfering with the internal management of Plastic Pallet. Among other things, BAM attempted to force certain members to give up membership and control rights of the LLC. Additionally, BAM inserted itself into conversations with Plastic Pallet's landlord in an aim toward causing the termination of Plastic Pallet's lease. Defendant BAM attempted to impose new management and to control the operation of the LLC, including the threat to destroy a member's investment if they did not comply. Just saying. Defendant BAM was not an actual party to the contractual, professional, and business relationship between Plastic Pallet's members, nor as between Plastic Pallet and its landlord. Keep going here. On or about October 30th, 2023, BAM took possession of all the assets of Plastic Pallet. Despite repeated demands, BAM has failed and refused to provide an inventory or valuation of those assets, has refused to disclose the location of the inventory and continues using other assets, and has refused to purchase or otherwise liquidate those assets. BAM has wrongfully withheld and intentionally exercised dominion and control over Plastic Pallet's assets in a manner which so seriously interfered with plaintiff's right to control it, the defendant should justly be required to pay plaintiff for the full value of the assets. Notice this next. As a result of BAM's conversion of the assets, this is a word that was new to me, right? This is what lawyers talk about when they talk about saying, I get this thing, your store, and I just get the stuff. If you don't actually have the right to the stuff,
lawyers don't say you've stolen it. They don't say theft, right? These are different terms legally. They say you've converted it. So this lawyer who's written up this document has used that term. As a result of BAM's conversion of the assets, Plastic Pallet has been damaged in an amount equal to the market value of the assets at the time and place of its conversion, in an amount to be proven at trial estimated to be $200,000. Sound familiar? Plastic Pallet is entitled to interest at the legal rate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now, again, I leave this to you to decide if this is a pattern. Plaintiff Cooper is over the age of 65, in poor health, and is extremely vulnerable, both physically and emotionally. Plaintiff Cooper is a vulnerable person, as that term is defined in ORS 124.100. BAM and other defendants are and were aware of those facts at all material times. BAM attempted to force Plaintiff Cooper to give up her control and to turn over her membership in the Plastic Pallet for no consideration. Another little detail. The night that our store was taken from us, we get on the horn with the person who is the contact person, whose title, I believe, was executive director, according to their LinkedIn profile. BAM has since tried to diminish the person's role in the company. I feel kind of badly for them to be thrown under the bus in that way, like they were a meaningless underling. Well, they were the person that BAM entrusted to manage this situation. And while we were on the phone with this person, they threatened us. You heard the phone call. The guy said, if you try and sue us, if you go that legal route, your lives are going to be shit. Right? We're going to drag this out.
What I'm going to tell you right now is if we go the legal route, then there is no option for clemency. We will be seeking all the liquidated damages. And that is going to be an expensive battle. You're right. It's going to be a very expensive battle for you. There's not a whole lot of options for you. If you want to go the legal route, it's just going to be a mess and it's going to be expensive for you. If you fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit.
What's the adverts on this?
That's how they get away with it.
Yeah, that's how they do it, and this is what they do. This is what he's saying. So he's saying it's like.
Well, he's already being accused. Even Reckless Ben in the video, he says he's accused under RICO. So
they're getting him to buy. They're getting him to buy it, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then they take it, and this is just what they do with all of them.
Yeah.
So when they were waiting for those guys, they would have done this anyway. That guy turning up with the Lego and the big consignment was just like, it probably bumped them up the list, you know what I mean, of people that of ripening, you know, people who they were going to do it to. And they were like, that one's right for the picking, we're going to go for that one now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been exposed. But they seem to keep getting, I think they're going to eventually go down. I think it's going to end. I think it's going to, it's over for those guys. I hope so.
I think so. I think
because yeah, they
crazy, innit?
They have no leg to stand on. There's so many instances where they have acted in bad faith. So many.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one instant of it. You know what I mean? This is, and it's pretty much.
Well,
exactly
even in this one instance,
scenario.
there's many turns. There's many points where they did the wrong thing. Like they're asking for the inventory, they never give it.
Yeah.
Right, like they
fully illegal.
Everything. They charged them with false charges. They said they had heroin in the car. They said that they threatened their lives and all this stuff. That's all illegal. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
But that's it. That's why the echo chamber freaks me out, because you're like, well,
they basically swatted them. They swatted them. They said, right? They said that they stole the Legos and the SWAT team went over to their house and all that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because they never got any. The other guy's been telling them that they nicked his Lego for ages and no one gave a shit. As soon as there's a hint that those guys have got anything to do with it, they've got the whole SWAT team over here. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah. It is pretty crazy. Like, this just seems like
they're already being accused of RICO, under RICO. RICO is like corrupt organizations, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it goes deep though. It goes really deep, doesn't it?
Yeah. So these guys are going down. Absolutely.
I think it'll be like the rats, like when the rat catcher comes and then he'll leave a couple of babies so that in a few months there'll be another set. I think that
there's always going to be
there'll be a little seed left of
scumbags
something going on.
Scumbags,
There will, but this is really endemic and it's really sort of embedded.
I think it's opened up.
They've got the perfect place to hide, and they've been enabled by this, like you guys were talking about, this culture that they had of just like being,
and then like the whole community is like
untouchable.
The community is protecting him and covering for him and the police, and it's a whole thing, man, and it's uncovering a whole bigger issue that way bigger than Lego.
I agree. I agree massively.
So, it's also like classism. It's like these people have more credibility just because they're wealthy businessmen versus.
Yeah,
like,
but the whole public opinion is really important in this.
Well, that's why ultimately I think they're gonna go down. I mean, they have to. They have nothing. They have nothing. They have absolutely nothing.
No, exactly. Except for they've got all the judges in their pockets. Every single one of them, it seems. Every single one.
Yeah, but
and also they've got that CIA shit.
No amount of cover-ups can. I mean, it's just way too.
That's where it gets deep because they're all CIA, like fucking Mormons are CIA operatives and shit. We watched a video about it on the last one, I think it was. But there's a lot of Mormon connection stuff that came out then that I did actually make a little playlist of to look at in the future. So
I don't know much about that side of it because I don't know anything. I don't know any Mormons. I don't know I don't know about that stuff. But just the fact that they're covering for them and the cops and all that, it's just there's so many layers to this. There's so many things. It's like Pandora's box. It's just it's one little thing, and then it just turns. And then you just see infinite like things. Like it's wild.
Nice. But I'm going to play the rest of this video and then I'm going to fuck off though because I'm really sleepy and I've got.
I want to get off here too.
Yeah.
The composition of your remainder that you were paying us for the store and all these fines that we've tacked on.
And there's been some late fees tacked on that.
Remember, the remainder was already increased by the fact that they failed to, turn over the bank and lease information.
The lease is technically in our name still, which I don't know the whole situation that went into that either way.
But now they're using that against us, and they're saying, here's this big number of the amount you owe us. But we're just going to let that all go. You don't have to pay us that amount of money. We're just taking the whole store.
But what we decided, what we figured would be better, and what you guys would appreciate, is if we just both walked away from this clean slate. Like,
yeah, that's not clean slate.
So I would sit down, you and Crystal, talk over the $100,000 and figure out if that's going to be worth it to try and fight that, you guys. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not.
I want you to consider, and please take this to your employers. How is saying you have no options, and if you don't do what we say, you're going to be in a whole lot of shit, giving grace? Does that sound like grace to you?
What's giving you grace is saying that you're not going to go after you for the $100,000.
Does that sound like grace to you?
It sounds like a threat, and I can acknowledge you feeling that because in a way it is.
It sure would be bad if something bad happened to your store, right?
Okay. I'm glad that we've established that you ended this relationship by threatening people and then them taking a financial loss. Because when we need to go to people who are saying, should we start a business with bricks and minifigs, we can say, in all honesty, they ended the relationship with us by threatening us and then demanding that we take a loss. Consider that when going with them for a franchise. They leave you holding the bag and they threaten you as you go out. And you just acknowledge that. This is the way you do business.
I really, really encourage you to read through that termination agreement because there's going to be things in there that if you seek to go after us or if you seek to defame us, like that's also not true. We're trying to do our.
I would not say anything untrue.
Yeah, but they have no issue breaching the agreement, though. They breach it many times. The fuck out of here.
They had the chances many times. That's what They just think that people are there to be preyed upon. That's all there is to it. They don't see them as people to have agreements with. It's just buying time, innit, to get away with what it is they want to get away with. But he's got little hands on his hands. Look. Oh, what's he got written on his arm?
Right? I can only tell you my personal experience with BAM. I'm not going to speak out of turn, but remember that also. Defendants attempted to force plaintiff Cooper to give up her control and to turn over her membership in the plastic pallet for no consideration. On information and belief, BAM conspired with and communicated improperly with third parties, John Doe's 1, 2, and 3, in an attempt to undermine and force plaintiff Cooper out of the company. Although defendants knew that plaintiff Cooper had invested her life savings of over $120,000 in buying and financing plastic pallet, they threatened to wipe out her entire investment if she did not comply with their unreasonable and improper demands of BAM.
They put 100,000 people on one ark and gave me a bed on deck 943.
Oh my God.
No elevator. Only.
Sound familiar? So there's this clause in the franchise agreement that compels binding arbitration. So you go to mediation, and if that doesn't work, you then go into binding arbitration. In Utah, with an arbitrator that you and the other side have agreed upon, but it's not somebody from Oregon, it's not somebody from your own home turf, it's somebody in BAM's turf, right? And understandably, Ms. Cooper's team did not want to go into binding arbitration. So the hearing that you're going to hear some clips from here is not really about the case itself. It's Ms. Cooper's attorney arguing they shouldn't have to go into binding arbitration and allow BAM to, behind closed doors, try and deal with this situation. He's arguing she should be able to go in front of a jury and make her case, especially when it comes to the situation that is elder abuse. So check this out.
What they characterize as a routine commercial dispute is really anything but. The behavior of this franchisor to go so far beyond any of the key word in their own arbitration languages, obligations. They talk about provisions, specifications, standards, or operating procedure, or any other obligation. So clearly, what BAM was doing in drafting this agreement was saying that there are specific matters relating to this contract, which, if we violate our obligations under this contract, then arbitration controls. But when you look at things like, and it's alleged very clearly, and I think Mr. Cunningham would agree, direct interference with employees of Plastic Pallet to try to encourage them to violate duty of loyalty. A conspiracy to try to, in effect, destroy the equity of this group. The fact, and I really have trouble with the distinction that I think Mr. Cunningham is trying to draw about conversion as an example. Admittedly, the property we're talking about belongs to Plastic Pallet, but the allegation and the facts are they took everything. They took every asset of Plastic Pallet. They did so without consent or permission, and they've now said somewhere in their reply,
it just gets them in the door, doesn't it? They're just thieves. They just have to get their foot in the door somewhere.
They literally had a business. They literally had a business. They literally had a business that was taking over other businesses doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they were it's a Mormon-funded business too.
Well, I'm not going to say
funded.
I'm not going to say Mormon funded because it's too complicated. Like you can't make statements like that.
there is a provision in the contract.
You can't make statements like that. That's not the truth of it.
Refusal to purchase assets belonging to the franchisee. Now, if the problem here was that they exercised the right of first refusal and we wouldn't sell them the assets, or that they did exercise their right and they took the assets but we disagreed over price, all of those things, I would think, well, those are obligations. Again, that's the key word. Obligations of theirs under these provisions, specifications, standards, and operating procedures.
Yeah, he's sending me to sleep, this dude.
But what happened?
I know, right? Fuck me.
We said under cover of darkness, but that was basically the way it happened. They took everything.
Yeah, fuck me. This is hard.
It's interesting though.
It is.
Almost
It
as
is.
bad as me.
It is, but it's like
arbitration. So their attorney doesn't say, no, we didn't take all the stuff. He just says taking all the stuff relates to the franchise, and anything relating to the franchise agreement is therefore arbitratable. Arbitratable? Is that the word? Arbitrable? So we shouldn't be having this conversation about whether or not we...
Arbitrary.
Now, I don't know what happened. Did they go to
arbitrary?
Did they settle behind closed doors in some other way? Who knows? But here's what I am hoping you are thinking about. Conversion. Elder abuse. Taking the store in, according to the words of Ms. Cooper's attorney, the dead of night. I had one experience, right? I know what happened to the store that I co-owned. But think about what if, right? Hypothetical. What if this is a pattern?
Yes, exactly.
I let you decide that.
It's a fucking pattern.
Think about the nature of the way that would work. So you say to folks, hey, you should get a franchise with us. We're really nice guys, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything bad.
Yeah.
And then, early on, you just make it impossible to make a payment, for example.
Yeah.
You violate your own franchise agreement. And you say, sorry, that's on us, no big deal.
Yep, exactly.
They're excited about their own store, they're worried about their own store, and the franchise is saying, it's not a big deal, we'll take care of it. But they need a pretext to then later say, hey,
you fucked up, we're going to take over.
Who violated the franchise agreement?
We're going to take over.
So you've got a real clear case. You violated the franchise agreement. You violated the franchise agreement.
You violated the franchise agreement because we fucked up early on. And
this thing that you purchased was worth this amount. You built it up so that it's worth this amount. You've looted the store with inventory, right?
Yep. It's true. This is what's happening.
What happened
this
to
is
us has happened to many stores.
Yeah. Yes. This is the RICO charge for sure.
Yes,
this is the RICO case.
This is it.
You violated the franchise agreement, and if you don't turn it all over to us, oh, and by the way, we're being nice. We're going to wipe out.
Being nice, we're just going to take everything off you.
Be nice guys.
We'll let you go, but we're going to take everything.
The whole store back, and then they can resell it now at this increased value
to someone else.
With all of your inventory inside. Think about the profit margin, right?
Yeah.
You made money selling the place in the first place. You took it back, and you can now sell it to somebody else, like, I don't know, Brandon Best and Josh, who can then take it and make more money on it. That would be a really remarkable business model, wouldn't it?
Well, it wouldn't be a very ethical one.
And then take them back when you see fit.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a fucking very ethical one.
No, these guys are grifters.
But all these documents are
absolute cunts.
I'll include the links to where to find them in the show notes. So folks can go through and see what happened to the store in Canby and make up their own minds about what this means in relation to the way that BAM does business. So what happens next?
Chris and I are in this fight to the end. We have a very smart attorney. You've probably seen folks on YouTube letting you know these legal
guys are really nice, aren't they? They're really cool.
She's very smart. What they don't say,
Ben and Chris are cool people.
Is she ain't free, so
yeah, please, fucking help them out, man.
Or GoFundMe, not the Mansell GoFundMe, mind you. They're distinct, and that is for our legal defense. And when you get there, you're going to see a number, and you're going to go, "That's a big number," because normal people, you and I, we look at that and we go, "That's a lot." Well, guess what? That's not nearly enough, because we know
not for what they're fucking being sued for.
They told us, right?
It's going to be a very expensive battle for you. That there's not a whole lot of options for you. If you want to go the legal route, it's just going to be a mess and it's going to be expensive for you. If you fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of trouble.
They're going to make this difficult. They're going to make this expensive. And it's probably going to take a while.
There's got to be a point where the state steps in and like.
It doesn't work like it literally doesn't.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
It doesn't work like that. It
like how many people have to get? I mean,
dangerous.
What's on their side is the public. What is on their side is the public influence, but they still need the fucking cash to do it.
Well, the good thing is that more and more people are going to know not to go into business with these people, so they will fade away.
Hopefully, you're right. Yeah, that's true. But in the meantime, though, they're still fucking, or someone better will take it over. You know, like someone better.
Yeah, I mean.
But in the meantime, these guys need all the help they can get. So hopefully, there's loads of people. There's going to be loads of people that will reach out to them. Hopefully, But yeah, that shit is an endless battle. The amount of money they've got to spend to navigate that. The thing is, and also people have looked into the finances of bricks and minifigs, and it looks like they were doing really badly in 2025. Like they're not actually doing brilliantly, and so this might have. So yeah, but that might have been the reason that they started to fuck people over, because they were trying to fucking They were trying to screw people over.
Snatch and grab.
Money. Yeah,
snatch and grab before the sig shit.
Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know that it was going to be exposed. But they're snatching and grabbing all of the franchises that they can, based on you didn't follow this franchise rule, so we're going to shut you down and take over all of the assets, and then go, sorry, you didn't follow the franchise rules, and then go shut it down.
Yeah,
this is so huge. It's so corrupt. It's so like what Reckless Ben is. He's only taking the lid off it. It goes so much deeper. Like he's done a good job with that. Like he took the lid off it, but this goes way deeper. This goes way deeper.
Yeah, this is diabolical.
Yeah, it is.
It really fucking is. Like even discounting the police corruption, just the corruption from corporate, but including the police corruption, it's fucking insane.
Well, they know what they're doing. They tell the people on the phone, it's like, look, you can sue us, but we're gonna draw it out.
We're gonna drag it out. You
waste
can't
all your
afford
money.
this. We have more money than you.
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck you over. Don't bother.
So they know. They tell you right in your face.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm gonna call it here because I've got to get up at 8 o'clock. I've got a train at 8.
Cool. No problem.
Well,
thank you for coming, and thank you for a very interesting stream.
I'm considering doing a stream in a bit, but I don't know if anyone will come, and I'm not sure I'm going to, but I'm not sure.
Well, you heard it here.
I don't know yet. I'm going to see. I might do.
If I'm around,
Good night,
I
everybody.
might be able to. I don't know. It's getting late.
I don't care, and if nobody comes, I don't care. I'll just stream on my own. And I might not.
Good luck.
I'm not
Hope you
sure.
have a
That's what
lovely
I do.
time, wherever you end up.
I mean,
doing.
I just stream to nobody.
I've streamed to nobody for 8 hours before, and I'm fine with it. Like,
yes, well.
But if I do, like,
good luck.
well, if you are subbed to me, you'll see it. But you know, I don't release content, so you might not be. But like occasionally, I pop up here and there. So you know, sub anyway, just in case. Occasionally, I do something, but it's rare. I don't care about my channel, so this is literally me interacting with CPE. I set up this channel to interact with CPE. I'm not looking for subs and things, but I may stream occasionally, and I have other channels, but I'm not going to tell you about them. And so if I want to do a mad drunk stream, it's probably going to be on this one.
Yes, well, good luck, whatever you guys decide.
Well, you know now, you know
Good
I
night,
should keep,
CPE.
but I will protect myself from the weirdos now.
Yes, do it.
I
Yes.
will. No to everyone.
Yes. All right,
Sweet
then,
dreams.
see you later.
Take care. Good night. Good night. Good night.